Tony Rock. We back in the building. I was not here last week. I was on the road. My brothers held it down for me.
Yeah. Yes.
Shout out to Chelsea. Shout out to Katrina.
Yeah.
We had the female comics episode. I really was looking forward to that one, but we'll do it again. I'm sure we'll do it again at some point.
Oh yeah, most.
They were legit. Yeah, they were legit.
Oh, man.
Dope.
What up?
Trey, Elliot in the building. Joe Feezy in the building.
Hell yeah, we back up in here.
And today, this will air later on, but today is the day before Valentine's Day. Dun, dun. So this is the love edition. Not every episode is love, but this is the pre-Valentine's Day episode of Live in the Green Room. And I believe this is episode 10.
This is.
Episode 10. We 10 in, baby. We 10 in.
Haven't missed a week.
They said we couldn't do it. They said we couldn't do it.
We did it.
Nobody said that. That's how we just
That's a lie.
Yeah.
Everybody said we could actually do this. Everybody said we could do it.
People are looking forward to this.
So, Trey Elliott, starting with you because you're the only one in the relationship.
Yo.
What's your Valentine's Day like? And what I mean by that is like, do you go all out? Are you a romantic? Are you uber romantic on Valentine's? Is it just chill? What's the vibe? What's a good Valentine's Day? Do you have a spending limit? Like all of that. All of those questions for us and the viewers.
Usually, you can catch me at the store 1 to 2 days before Valentine's. Try to get, the flowers and all that. But here's the thing. I no longer get flowers from the grocery store. If I get flowers, I now go to a florist and really have a dope-ass arrangement, set. So I do that. Yeah. But a lot of times it's real chill because I think for like the last 5 or 6 years, I've always wanted to do something either the weekend before or the weekend after because I never like to be in the midst of all the Valentiners. The restaurants are always packed. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's just something about just seeing everybody with roses and everybody with balloons. And then it make your shit look like you just doing the same thing.
You in competition with somebody else with their girlfriend.
Yeah, but it
if everybody had roses for one girl, that'd be fucked up. Everybody had chocolate for one girl, but it's like
it kind of just looked like just the same, just humdrum.
Look just like everybody else.
Yeah, and so for me, I was like, so we always try to do something the weekend before or the weekend after.
You feel the same way about Christmas? Everybody shopping for gifts. Everybody has packages. And everybody,
everybody
going to eat.
You know why? Because I shop online, so I don't get caught up in the malls and things like that no more. But it ain't that. I'm just, just kind of like, I think we get caught up in the whole tradition aspect of it, and I just don't want to be, the next person kind of just sitting at the table seeing somebody else getting champagne, and I'm like, okay, I guess I got to get a bottle of champagne, It kind of, so I like to just do things either the week before or the week after. I like to get out of I just put this post on Facebook. If something big is going on, I like to either be in that city or the week before or the week after when all the shit calmed down. I'm kind of like that for Valentine's Day. Hey, we can go eat when we could get a reservation at 8 o'clock. Because Valentine's Day, if we don't make that reservation, we stuck sitting at the bar. Yeah. You know what I mean? And she ain't comfortable. You know what I mean? So, and do I go all the way out, all out? At this point in time, what
does that mean at this point in time? Where you are in your relationship?
Yeah, where I am, you kind of have like a mutual understanding. So we kind of like plan it together. Hey, what you think you want to do? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's a dope idea. Let's do that. So I think we going to Vegas. We're going to go to Vegas on Thursday and spend the weekend there, get the suite, and just, have a good time there, man.
Would you say your Valentine's Day traditions has changed over the years?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm like, as a younger man up until now, like, do you need it? Do you put so much stock into it? We got to do this.
So here's the thing now. We have to learn how to make every day Valentine's Day in a sense, or at least a couple of days a week. Yeah. I try to not be the person just to buy the flowers just because it's Valentine's Day or just because it's birthday. Mm-hmm. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I've been fucking up for a long I ain't buy no flowers in a long ass time. Right. But I'm still conscious of that. So I just don't try to fall into that habit of just doing it just because it's that holiday. Because a lot of times we just do it just to do it, and it may not really have that sentimental value in it, which is why I kind of don't like to be in the midst of just all of the the hoopla. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think.
Well, that was an interesting question. Yeah. You said you have your Valentine's Day traditions changed as you got older. You said.
Yeah, like how you do Valentine's Day. First of all, I don't do Valentine's Day.
You
even when you was married.
No, I have.
Okay.
But like, what I view it as now, it's like, how do we make it special every day so that day can just come and go and there's no weight, there's no pressure.
Yeah.
Because I've had that experience where there's pressure on Valentine's Day, and this is like, as a younger man, it's like, okay, you got to do something and you got to make sure your girl doesn't feel like her man is not doing anything for her. Like you send flowers.
I think you're looking at it the wrong way. It's
okay, no, that's back in the day.
You're not in competition with another couple.
That was back in the day.
Okay.
That was back in the day. It's like, oh, I gotta, where's your address to your job so I can send some flowers to your job.
See, you're looking at it like social media. Like social media is like everybody want to see the meal. Everybody want to show the meal. Everybody want to show the boyfriend. Everybody want to show the plane they on. Fuck social media. It's not about who's watching. It's about those two people.
This is like before social media.
Right.
That's what I was saying. Like,
You know what I'm saying? I get that, but I'm saying in that aspect, it seems like it's the similar aspect of people want to show others who have really nothing to do with it.
Look how many people like me.
Yeah.
But they want to see. They want people to see, or other women to see.
I think that's
I
think that's what makes Valentine's Day special is that it's just about you and that other person.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether there's 90 motherfuckers in the restaurant doing the same thing, that one table is the table you're concerned with.
Yeah,
I don't have to.
Over here gets on the knee and proposes. Oh shit, he did that. But we gonna sit
ain't
here.
doing that.
We gonna sit here and have this meal that at this restaurant you liked that I knew she liked, and the dessert that I knew she liked, and I might give her a gift that I knew she had spoken about months before. That I was like, I'll wait until Valentine's Day and give it to her. It's just about that table.
Yeah.
Yeah, but and it is like that. But for me, I like to make it like that. Like, kind of like I said, before or after, because I'm at the point where I see that I'm growing to be that person with no patience now. Like I said, I don't like to be in the mall in the holiday because it's too crowded. And so for Valentine's Day, the restaurants are crazy now, and that ain't all the time. If you want to do something on that day, cool. But like I said, we mutually always say, hey, let's do this the week before, the week after. Especially if Valentine's Day fall during the week, you know what I mean? You got a lot of shit you might be happening or going on. But I'm telling you, it's more pressure on the man for Valentine's Day.
Of course, that's what
because it never fails.
Oh, it's about the woman. Valentine's Day is about the woman.
But Valentine's Day is about love.
It's supposed to be.
It's supposed to be about love. And every time I go to the store, I never see women panicking in the car section. Like, oh shit. So the competition come where it's you and that man trying to grab that last Valentine's Day card. It's like, nah, I was here first. Give me that box of chocolate. It's mine. You know what I mean? And I always just see the men just in the stores panicking because you'll go be in that aisle with that man, be like, last minute, yeah, bro, like, yo. And you don't never see women doing that.
No, because they know it's about them. They're going to be on the receiving end. Well, they know this.
We live in a capitalistic society, right? Mm-hmm. So at the underlying thing about Valentine's Day is about sales.
Yeah.
True. It's commercialized.
So in order to commercialize it, you have to skew it one way or the other. Mm-hmm. So we skew it towards women, so men feel the obligation to spend on their woman.
Right.
That's why it is about love, but the narrative is it's about showing your girl love.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why because Christmas it's all about sales. So everything's 50% off, and vacuum cleaners are $20, and washing machines because it's about the bottom line is sales.
Right.
But the narrative for Valentine's Day has skewed towards showing your girl love.
Yeah.
So that's why guys are more
pressure,
under pressure to be like, I got to do for her.
Even if it's at the last minute. Like
plus a woman, men are, I think, in a sense, simpler. So it's throwing some lingerie, that should never fail.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Cook that motherfucker a meal.
Yeah.
Throwing some lingerie.
Yeah.
He good.
Yeah, you good.
I'm actually going to cook. I'm going to do this.
Men are visual, women are cerebral. I say that all the time. Men are visual, women are cerebral. So women want to feel it, men want to see it.
Yeah.
You put a plate of food down in front of a man, he'll say, "Oh shit, she loved me." She cook a plate, she makes it herself, puts it in front of you. You say she loves me, right? Because we need to see it.
Right.
They want to feel the love.
Yeah, they want it, and they kind of want to see it too, though. But they want to feel that the thing that you're doing for them. It's like the thought that counts.
They want to see it, but they want it to be a heartfelt. Like
Right.
when you present that tennis bracelet or that diamond necklace, it's like, babe, the card and the candy and the flowers comes with it because it's like you want to feel the overwhelming.
Yeah, it's
you
like
know,
you
love.
put thought into it. It's like all year you got to take notes. You got to plan up to it. It's like tax season.
Do you do that? You one of those guys?
I tried to do that one time and I just got away from it. Probably because I was married. Anyway, that's not it. It's like things
Knew that
change.
was coming up.
Hey, we tried not to go there, but the tradition of Valentine's Day, as you get older, I think it changes. Like you kind of touched on it, like we planned on doing this. It's not like some surprise that you have to do. How am I going to top this? Like before when I was a younger man, I was like, I got to top what I did last year. No, how about we do a tradition that we both know is coming. We're just going to take some time off. And I like your idea where it's like, all right, it's not going to be on this day because it's going to be crazy. Let's do something that weekend.
And to be honest, based off our schedules, we didn't even know if we was going to be in the same state on Valentine's Day. So then when we was like, oh, okay, we're gonna be here. Our schedules, we're here together. But like I said, we know like a lot of the things we like to do couple wise and the activities that we love to do together. So we was like, we haven't been to Vegas in a long time. We had to take a break. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to go out there and hit them tables. But now we looking forward to going and just having some us time, man, and doing what we love to do. Nice restaurants. We going restaurant hop. We got our favorite spots we like to go to in Vegas. But tomorrow, I cook. I'm the one who cooks.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So tomorrow I'm gonna hook up a nice little recipe. You know what I mean? We both not eating meat right now, so it's like, I'm gonna find like a nice little seafood dish that I'm gonna put together, and get my Gordon Ramsay on.
All right,
you know what I mean?
right.
Or Marvin, what's the black dude? G.
Garvin.
Yeah, get that on and hook something up.
Shout out to G. Garvin.
Yeah, and then do it like that, man. And she'll do her part. Set the ambiance. I'll go in there and cook. Throw my apron on. And have a good time.
Related but unrelated.
Okay,
Related but unrelated. I think you might have been with me. I was in a gentleman's club in Houston one time, and I was in the champagne room, myself and about 8 young ladies having a good time.
This is about
And the
14
only
years
other
ago.
male that was in the champagne room at that time was G. Garvin. He was on the other side of the champagne room, and he had about 10 young ladies with him having a good time. And I was, I'm having a good time, not paying attention to no dude, of course.
Yeah.
But one of the young ladies said, hey, that's G. Garvin over there. And I looked to see if it was him or not. He was doing some things and having some fun. And when I saw, I said, I'll never eat that motherfucker's food. No. But back to our show. Back to live. Shorty in my lap, like, G. Garvin? Yeah, I fuck with G. Garvin. That's the homie. He over there? I was like this. Oh, yeah. No.
No.
Never
Hands
touching,
was in the
never
mixing
touching
bowl,
this food again.
Jack.
It's mixing bowl, yes.
So when it comes to Valentine's, and are we all familiar with the love languages?
Yeah. The book.
Yeah,
Book,
yeah. And on a
What's your love
date,
language?
and when you're dating, when you're in a relationship, those are some of the questions that people ask. What is your love language? Women love that, and men ask it too. But it always comes from a woman. What's your love language? So since it is a Valentine's Day episode, what are your love languages? You know what I mean? Like when you with a woman, what is it that you need or like?
But I would definitely say my love language is affection. Like
Okay, let me pull them up too while I'm looking, just in case so I can't remember.
there's of course there's 5 of them. There's acts of service,
Okay.
gifts, affection, and time. I think.
I don't know. He's pulling up.
We got words of affirmation.
Any words of affirmation.
Say all 5?
So words of affirmations, act of service, receiving gifts, quality time, and physical touch.
Okay, is receiving gifts is the love language? Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought it was like gifts, giving or receiving.
Receiving gifts.
Yours is affection.
Yeah, affection.
Of the 5?
Of the 5, like when you take the evaluation test, that one came back for me as a.
Oh, you took a test.
there's a test to determine what your love language is.
Really.
Yeah.
See, so just so you guys know, like I'm gonna probably say this every episode. You know, this is therapy for me.
Yeah.
So since I'm single and I'm using the word recovering, but it's not like there was a
Recovering
tragedy.
what?
Yeah.
I'm in recovery from my last failed relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You have to recover when you break up. You have to recover.
Yeah. You're in the healing phase.
Recovery.
Okay, recovering.
Yeah. So I say that to say that now I am cognizant of. I'm jumping around, so I want to make sure I make this clear and concise. I feel like I'm in a space right now where my next relationship will probably be the best relationship I've ever had.
Okay.
Because now, since my last failed relationship, I realize that there's so much work that has to go into being in a relationship with a person. Now, when you're young, I tried to go all the way back to examine all of my past relationships. When you're young, they don't really count because you really just into the shell of a motherfucker. It's like junior high school, high school.
Yeah.
You just think she pretty, she think you cool.
Right.
That's enough to have. That's enough to be girlfriend, boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right.
You get older, you like, I need to know what you think about certain things, how you feel about certain things, your stance on things. So I kind of was in that space for a long time of like, because I was, and I'm not trying to be funny, because I was the cool kid in school for so many years, it was just Tony's cool, he funny, I'm gonna fuck with him. And I was like, she the fine girl in school, I'm gonna fuck with her. And that kind of just was the motto going forward.
Right.
For years. Okay. Even in my young adult life, I was like, she bad.
Yeah.
I got money.
She bad.
Look, I got money, I'm cool. She bad. I want her.
Right.
Yeah, let's go.
And now looking back, it was like that one failed, that one failed, that one failed, that one failed, that one failed.
For the same reasons?
No, I'm just saying it just didn't work.
Okay. All right.
But now it's like, okay, I'm older, so now I'm looking at relationships like, what was it that didn't work or did work about it? I've started doing the research, and I just recently learned about, I've heard love language I've heard it a million times, but it's like, yeah, you could hear something, but did you do your due diligence to learn?
Right.
So that's where I am. I'm in a space right now where it's like, I have to learn how to be. So my next relationship is going to be, what do you need? Everything's going to be conversation. Everything is going to be, if there's a problem, I've learned recently that it's not you versus her when there's an issue, it's you and her versus the issue.
Oh, I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Did not learn that soon enough. You know what I'm saying? Everything needs to be communicated. So sometimes beat myself, I don't know if it's a cancer trait or just a Tony trait, but something would happen and I would get upset and I would just sit with that shit, right? And go throughout my day, but still have that shit on me.
Right.
So I wasn't really
effectively communicating.
I wasn't effectively communicating, but I wasn't having the day I could have been having because I'm still sitting in that shit. Like I was still productive, but I was like,
you're not processing.
I'm doing this, but I'm still thinking about that. I'm doing this, and I'm around people, and it's like my energy's negative or not, 100% with that person because I'm still on this bullshit.
Right,
you know what I'm
right.
Right.
So that's why I know now you can't do that. You got to talk about it so you can get past it.
So
I'm rambling again. I'm sorry,
No,
but right now one of my love languages I know for a fact, being the Cancer that I am, I've always been super, super, super affectionate.
Gotcha.
And I need super, super affection.
Okay.
If that's not your thing, to be like, yo, if you sitting here, and you don't gotta be draped all over me just like I can't do this shit.
Yeah.
But damn, just sit down and lean on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like just. I need that. I really do.
Right.
And I like to do it too. I don't mind public displays of affection. I don't mind. And that's why I started off with what's your Valentine's Day? Because I'll go fucking ape shit for Valentine's Day, just because of the day.
Yeah.
Just because of what it means. But it's also like I'm showing you how much I appreciate the things that I am receiving from you.
Right.
That's why I look at it differently. Because it's my day to show you that I'm getting everything from you that I need. So here's my appreciation for that. It's the day that I show my appreciation, that I don't feel like I'm not getting, I'm needing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how I look at Valentine's Day different.
Well, you mentioned the love language. I think Valentine's Day could go a whole lot better if you knew those love languages.
Right.
Like it actually talk about it. Like that I do agree with. I just don't really do Valentine's Day like that. But the receiving of gifts is a love language, and that seems to be a lot of women's. And sometimes how you can have this is the main one, but how do you implement that? Like the receiving of gifts. That's best known if someone can give you a gift and you receive it with that feeling of, oh, this person loves me because they got me this gift, and then you exchange like a mutual thing. Because if you just receive a gift from somebody whose love language is gifts or receiving of gifts, you won't reciprocate that. And they'll be like, what?
Right, because you got some people you can buy them you can buy a helicopter.
Yeah,
but
like,
their love language is not,
receiving gifts.
They like, yeah, you bought me a helicopter, but you haven't touched me.
Yeah.
And, and that's why people are like, yo, this chick is ungrateful. I do this, that, and the third for her, and she's not showing no appreciation. Is because you probably didn't learn what her particular love language was. I tell people like mine, and this is weird because sometimes I feel like it changes, and I don't know. I don't know if that's good or bad.
No. I agree with that because listen, I'm not a gift guy. You don't have to. You know what? I swear I don't want this to come off the wrong way, but I always have been able to provide for myself.
Yeah.
Even when I didn't have shit, I just was like, I'll just live among in my means.
Within your means.
So I'll still provide for myself, but just to be like smaller scale. So I've never been unable to provide for me. So giving me gifts doesn't really fuck me, like blow my mind or fuck me up like that. Yeah. But if a bitch buy me a helicopter, nigga, my love language is now getting gifts. Now it's gifts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't really. That's why I tell people all the time, like especially like. We talked on Christmas, and I got you guys gifts, and you was like, yo, man, me and Trey talked. We didn't know what the fuck to get you.
I think I got you the cologne. I was just like, I was going to get you.
Yeah, but that shit was dope as hell.
Yeah.
But that was something I had talked about. But he was like, we didn't have no idea what to get you. I said, man, you could have got me a pair of ones. I'd have been fine. Because I'm not really big on, it don't mean much to me. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the camaraderie. I appreciate our brotherhood more so. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I do know that sometimes I give gifts that are, and in my past, again, going forward, this is going to change because I'm going to be cognizant of everything in the next relationship, that I wasn't cognizant of before. But I would give incredible gifts. And then I would be aware of the fact that, oh shit, I didn't get anything in return.
Yeah.
It's like,
you know what I mean? Even though I'm not a gift guy, but I would be like, yo, I did so much to give that.
Yeah.
Amazing gift. And I'm like, damn, I didn't get nothing.
Wasn't reciprocated from
well, in that case, like, especially like you said, for you, when it comes to that, because when people, they like, hey, I could get whatever for myself, I'm kind of like that. But that's when we have to try to think outside the box with the little things, man. Even whether it's your homeboys or not, like I said. So Chubb was like, yo, Tone said he ain't never had no cologne, or he don't really wear cologne or don't have. I was like, yo, I said, you know what? Let me get him this gift set of this nice cologne. He got several ones to choose from. And then, even on New Year's Eve, how your shoes? I'm gonna bring that out now. And I was like, nah, I know. Now, mind you, it took me a year to get them because I forgot I had them. You know what I mean? Till I was doing some cleaning.
I got a fly ass pair of brown suede Coach shoes that I wore New Year's 23.
No,
22.
Going into
2022.
Yeah.
And fucking like something happened and the bottom of the shoe, the sole got broken, like cut. And Trey was like, I know a cat near the crib, take care of it, no problem. I gave him the shoes. This is January 1st, 2023. I gave him the shoes. I just got them shoes back tonight. So now you want to hand me the shoes back.
I ain't wearing them tonight. I just was like, oh, yo, like.
But I do appreciate that you knew the dude. He knew he could fix the problem.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
But, so, and I remember in my last relationships, I was in a relationship with a chick who had all kind of money, right? And it was just like, damn, like, I don't know what to give her. So I never tried to compete on gift giving as far as something expensive.
Did you try to make it more from the heart? Like
I made it more from the
money,
heart.
Like a dollar sign can't beat.
Yeah, I was like, the dollar sign, exactly. I said, the dollar sign can't beat this. Like, just let me give you something.
Writing poems and shit. Yeah. You are the bestest.
Yeah. Or a lot of times, like, because you think when people got a lot of money that everything is expensive. And that ain't even the case either. So it was like certain things I was like, oh, okay, well, I know certain kind of jewelry, might get this, it might be like, people that are, they might have something extra expensive and then have small things with the expensive and all this look whatever. But a little ring, a little bracelet could cost $1,500 along, but the watch might be 25,000, right. But you accessorize it with other small little things. So once I was, cognizant of that, then I was able to understand and say, okay, I can buy this, because she knew what my budget was. She knew what I was doing. Right. So whatever I would present, she knew that, my hard-earned money and my time and my effort meant a lot. But my girl now, we communicate so much with a lot of things. So now we kind of on one accord with even for Christmas, we was like, no gifts this year. We good? Yeah, because we know we working on some other things. Okay. So we had that understanding. Now I still got her something, but we still was on that thing. Overboard. I didn't go overboard. She didn't go overboard, because there's been times where we said no gifts and she'll give me something. And I always was like, nah, I'm gonna get you something. But we have a real good understanding when it comes to like the gift giving and things like that. But I can say, she likes act of receiving, but on a smaller level. Like, yo, this buy me flowers on a Tuesday. Just buy me flowers just because. Like, or a card or this or that. So I try to be mindful of that kind of stuff.
Is that a conversation that y'all had? Like, what are your love languages?
Yes. And
early on.
Okay.
And you never had to guess.
I didn't have to guess.
Like you had to guess. Yeah.
But let me tell you, my mother is the person who initiates all that. So guys, what's your love language, guys? Like, that's my mom.
Your mom's like that?
My mom is like that wholeheartedly, and she's been on that. So if you ever sit down and talk to my mom, she's gonna, and y'all get into a conversation, she's gonna ask you,
really?
those kind of questions, man. So that's when I first got hip to this love language stuff. Was through my mom, and so, and like I was saying, sometimes I feel like it changes depending on the woman. Because you might have a chick that touch you real good, and you're like, you know what? My shit physical touch with you. Yeah. You might have a chick that can...
Oh, you mean your love
I feel like sometimes it fluctuates or changes depending on your mood or depending on who the woman is. Like, and I don't know if that's normal. I don't know if anybody else feel like that, but sometimes I think, why couldn't it not change?
Yeah.
It
depends on the relationship.
Receiving gifts. Well, that person probably wasn't giving you gifts that touched your heart. This person is. Now it's different. That person wasn't affectionate the way you needed to be receive affection.
Right.
This brought an interesting point. You said your mother was the one that would talk to you about stuff like that. How important? Like, your mother talks to you about relationships all the time. How important is it? How important is it, do you think, to have an older person, a parent, an uncle, an aunt, an OG, a mentor?
Very important.
To tell you about relationships, that have been in successful relationships for years, and to impart that wisdom to you. Right. How important do you think that is?
Very important, because in a lot of ways, let's just take your mother and your father.
Take your parents, who were married for 53 years now, right?
53 years.
Yeah. And we always bring that up when we do shows. We always acknowledge the parents in the room, like, yo, 53 years, and the room goes crazy. So what have they told you? How important is it, number one? And what have they told you?
Well, is very important, because that's the standard that they set, that I can at least run my relationships, not just who I am as a person. Like, I know I have good character or whatever, but like, what is it supposed to look like? And that's the drawback to that is we live in different times now.
Yes.
53 years is a long time for my mother to look the way that she looks at my father like that. And that's how it's, genuine and real. There's still that spark, Well, if I'm not seeing that spark, is it because of the person I am, or that's not the right woman for me, in that sense? So it's not like, oh, this ain't working. She don't look at me like my mom looks at my dad. That's not the right way to look at it. It's like how you are in your relationship. Are you getting the same result, at some point in your relationship, especially if you're talking about marriage? So if it's your girlfriend, I think you mentioned those ones that you're just getting your feet wet.
Yeah.
and it's a younger relationship. Sometimes that stuff don't count.
Yeah.
But we are living in different times, and you can't use everything as a measure. But
Right.
the end goal, 53 years and still going, that's the type that'll determine your choices.
Right.
In women, it's like, all right, can we think we can make it to 20 years, 30 years?
Yeah.
Can we make it to 50 years? Is this the And then you have open and honest conversation about, like, this is where I came from. Because not a lot of people are going to come from your background. Not to say that that's necessary, but at least you have a
No,
standard.
it is. It is. Go,
No,
finish.
what I was saying-
I'm gonna let you finish.
It's when you have a good example of something that you can see is a template for your long-term relationships. That's a good thing. That's a good thing, and it's not something always. You know, my father's like, hey, be sure to do this and be sure to do that. It's more like I watched him do certain things, and if I messed up something, and I had a problem, and I needed to go to my father, he would give me some guidance in that area. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he would tell me things to guide me in problems because they've experienced that problem before. And if you don't have someone that can do that or someone you can go to, my father and my mother, they call it wise counsel.
Right.
If you don't have wise counsel, the older people, like you were saying, then you got to figure that shit out on your own, or you look at TV, or you look some other place that you can't have direct access to, and then you try to figure that out, and then you could be in a vicious cycle, and you just repeating the same thing. It's not working. You can't figure out why. You have nobody to tell you these things. So.
But I want to make 2 points.
Yeah.
You said having that example.
Yeah.
Super important. Here's why.
Yeah.
For myself, my parents were married 37 years, right? Before my father passed away. In my mind, just so everybody knows, they're still married to me.
Right.
Yeah.
To me, they still married.
Right.
When I meet a young lady, one of my first questions is always, tell me about your parents' status. What's up with your parents? Like, are your parents still together? What's the status? 90% of the time, if that young lady says, my parents divorced when I was young, or my parents divorced when I was 13, or whatever, they broke up when I was whatever age, and then I went to live with my mother, and I already know this is going to be problematic going forward.
Just a fun girl.
Well,
You know why? No, not just fun girl. Like, I might still date her seriously, but I know. You know why? Because she hasn't seen the most important relationship in her life work out.
Yeah. That's true.
She has not seen the relationship that's supposed to teach her everything about relationships, how you interact with your significant other work. So going forward, this is going to be problematic.
okay.
Right? I saw my parents married my entire childhood. My parents would argue. They would try their best to be discreet when they argued, but it's too many kids in the house to not to see shit.
Yeah.
But I saw my mother storm out the house. I saw my father, stomp up the stairs. My mother stomp up the stairs. My father storm out the house.
Right.
And we would be like, whoa.
Yeah.
And my father would come back in with flowers. And my father would come back in with breakfast. And my mother would send us to go down the block and stay at Grandma Jenkins' house.
And then Andy Rock is born.
Go to Grandma Jenkins' house, right?
Yeah.
Go to Grandma Jenkins' house. And she would cook.
Right.
And she would be doing her hair. And next thing you know, Brian.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, Kenny. Next thing you know, Andy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I literally saw you don't end it. You argue, it's a reality. You get mad, it's a reality. But you never let that shit end. You fix it every time. That's what I saw.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So every relationship, with the good ones. I've had some shitty. I was just in it for the moment.
Yeah.
I'm talking about real.
Yeah. You're trying to work it out.
Substantiated relationships. I was always, you got to work this out. Like I know, but if she was like, this is what I saw, every time that was what she chose.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I didn't play a part in the crumbling of the relationship. Of course I played a part. But she was more likely to go, fuck it, because that's what she saw. And I've seen relationships, I've seen women, her parents did this, and now she's in the same thing. Right. Oh, my parents broke up, but they were still cool. So now it's like, I'll break up and we'll still be cool. No, that was what they did.
That's what they did.
So it's funny because knowing everybody's like backstory, we all kind of got 3 different backstories in a sense. You know, Fox's parents are still together; they're both living. You know, your parents were together for 30 plus years, and your mom became a widow. You know, and with my mom and my dad got divorced. You know, my mom and my dad got divorced. I was 3, going on 4. My sister was 7. Then my mom got remarried in 1989 to my stepfather, and then he passed away, so she became a widow. And then years and years and years and years later, my mom got Lewis. So to be 100% transparent, this is probably my first time seeing my mom in a healthy relationship.
Wow. As a grown man.
As a grown man.
Yeah.
Because sitting back, you know, my mom and my dad got divorced. They didn't make it. You know, and I sitting back now as a grown man, I see why. So me and my sister never really had a good POV of what it was like to have, you know, 2 parents in the household. Because even when I would stay with my grandmother, my grandfather died when I was 3. So I couldn't even really see that dynamic either. So we wasn't around like a lot of married people. Like we was around people getting divorced, even my aunts and uncles. And I'm just sitting back thinking like, well, how did that affect me? And so then even when my mom and my stepdad got married, it was cool, but my stepfather was more of a provider. He wasn't a dad. He just made sure the bills was paid. We had clothes on our back.
That's probably what he knew.
That's what he knew.
Now that should be a love language right there. Bill paying.
Yeah. But
Yeah. You know I love you. Done paid all these bills.
But
that's what a man back in those days, like
that's
a man,
what a man was supposed to do. He worked hard, but and I'm going to get to where I'm going.
That's funny. You should write that down. That'd be a good bit.
But I seen my mother always work, and my stepfather always worked, and then even my mom always worked, whatever. And even now, my mom retired. Lewis has a job, but my mom was always. I never seen like my mom and my stepfather really just be like, oh, like they. Like they're like their husband and wife. Like when we would go out on the weekends, go to the mall and do this, do that. Like he would just work or he just chill. Hey, y'all do that. Y'all do that. So I didn't really know what a real relationship was supposed to be. I just knew what the idea of what I would have liked for it to be when I got into a relationship. And then I always found myself finding women who were kind of the opposite of like my mother, which was weird because I always was attracted to like feisty women. I don't know why. Never knew why. But women that had a lot of, whether they had a dad or not. I
They got a little spunk in her.
I had women
Hey, this
that
broad
had,
got some
whether she was grew up with a father or not.
Spicy.
Just had a lip, spicy, and I was just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? I was always kind of drawn to those kind of, you know, women. But now I finally kind of see my mom in the relationship that I'm like, yo, this is it. This is a real relationship that I kind of look at now and say, well, how do you guys work that out? You know what I mean? It was so funny, and I'll let you guys say something, but it was so funny during Christmas or last year, my sister was still alive. Me, my girl, Bryce and his girl, my mom and Lewis, and my sister, we were all talking, because my sister's husband he didn't make it there yet. But we were all talking, and it was so dope to have 2 generations, you know, my son, me, my mama, all talking about our relationships. And the one thing I noticed was that me, Bryce, and Lewis all had the same, like it was all of the same things that we would complain about. Yeah. It was all the same.
Oh, wow.
It was all the same.
Wow.
It didn't matter, you know what I mean? And Lewis was the only one like, well, you know, guys, you just got to learn. Like, this is, you know, some things are just what it is, but it's all about how you communicate with it, and you got to get through it. But we all kind of complained about the same thing on a different level.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I know going forward, like I said it earlier about having the older, you know, just the mentorship as far as the relationship. I know going forward, like I said, I'm really trying to do the legwork this time.
Yeah.
Going forward, from like now on, I will be more, I will communicate more. I will be aware of love languages more. I will be, and I think most importantly, I'm gonna have to talk to somebody else. Like,
what prevented
I might call your pops and be like, "Yo, pops, I need to talk to you, man." Like, I just didn't know.
Okay.
I didn't know. Like, you said, you guys all like the same thing. You, Bryce and Lewis was all complaining about the same thing. You like feisty chicks. I just liked, yo, she's bad as shit. I want her. You know what I'm saying?
I wanna.
And that just was the thing. That was the blueprint. Until later on when it was like, okay, because then this what happened. Like, she bad as shit. I want her. Then it would end, and it was like, as I got older, it was like, okay, so I didn't like that about her. I didn't like that about her.
Yeah.
Damn, all you really liked about her was she was pretty.
She was pretty.
Okay, so we got to go into it a little bit more now, Tone. Tone, you got to have a little
Deeper.
more. Than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it became like, can we have a conversation? Okay. Oh, shorty. And then it, like, as I got older, and tell me if I'm wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna agree with this. You start to realize how important a conversation is with a young lady.
Yes.
You like,
Yes.
damn, man. Just the fact that we can sit here and talk is like, it's
right,
fucking dope as shit, right?
Right.
Then it became, because I am so busy and I run around so much and I'm always out and about. I don't want to be like that with my relationship. I don't want to have to always get up and go with the relationship. I'm already doing that.
Right.
So then it turned into, can we sit and do nothing together? That's still one of my things. One of my big things is like, yo, can you sit over there and read a book, and I sit here on the tablet, but we in the same room, but we just feel good. Like, you over there doing your thing, I'm over here, but it's like we both like, this is exactly where I want to be. And we sit and do nothing together is very important to me.
That's good. That is good. And if you could find a woman that's good with that, that's one of those green flags that you need to snatch and paste it up to the wall.
Yes.
Because in past relationships, I struggled with the whole quality time and what does.
Or we don't ever do nothing. Yo, I thought this was doing something.
Right.
Because,
Just
like I
being
said, I'm
around
going
each other.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I get back Monday. Let's say my flight delayed. I'm not back till Monday evening. That Monday already shot the shit. I can't do nothing. So can I just sit Tuesday and Wednesday and Thursday before I gotta go?
You know, something you said earlier about Bryce, you, and Lewis having the same issues in relationships.
And these are not like they're just issues that
It's
men will talk about. Drinking a beer and be like, dang, I can't.
This is what you have in common.
Yeah.
This is what you have in common. It's funny how we always recreate our adult life as if we were kids. That's, not to St. Louis, but specifically Bryce. He recreated what he saw, in his relationships, what he saw, just whatever that thing that he saw, he's creating it like automatically, good or bad.
Yeah.
You said something about your mom. You said, why do I like feisty chicks or whatever. I think when you start getting into relationships, you make a conscious choice to say, oh, I don't want this, or I'm going to go after this.
Yeah.
You make a conscious, it's like a switch. It's like, I'm not feeling that. I'm going to go in a total opposite direction. But in some ways, you still recreate these little things that reflect your childhood, because this is how you were comfortable. This is how you grew up, and you want a relationship that was just like that.
That's why I'm cognizant of it now, because, again, my next relationship will be my first relationship ever that I'll be a single father. So now it's like I'm aware of what Charleston's going to see.
Yeah.
I don't want him to see anything negative, and then now he has to go into the world with this skewed view of like how relationships are supposed to be. I'm super concerned about
it.
It
will happen.
I'm very, very
or it can happen if you allow it. Like, even as a grown man with me talking to Bryce, then with him and his relationship, shout out to Bryce and Tiara. They're doing very well. Bryce told me a lot of things that he saw me and his mom go through made him act a certain way with Tiara. Like, Bryce is like, hey, I don't like to argue.
Right.
He's like, I shut down immediately. If you want to argue, I'm just going to get
shut down, kid. You got to talk.
He's just like, I'm just going to be quiet. Yeah. And I'm like, well, you got to figure out how to. He said, because I saw you and mom arguing, and I just be like, oh. And he said, so I just don't like to argue. Yeah. And I was just telling him, like, you got to figure out how to not make it an argument. You know, you just got to figure out how to talk without making it an argument. You know, and sometimes that's hard to do. And sometimes I realize people aren't necessarily arguing. I know I'm very passionate, right? So in my passionate voice, it might sound like I'm yelling sometimes. And I'm like, yo, I'm not yelling.
I'm not yelling.
That's my problem. My passionate voice and my bitches you crazy voice.
You it can't be that voice. You gotta pick a little octave different, man. 'Cause
My fucking backhand voice and my joking.
What you're talking about is conflict resolution is what you're talking about. And a lot of times our parents, what we see, like if they worked it out,
right.
It's like you see the end result. Well, they must have worked it out. They stopped this, but you don't know what they did to work it out. I mean, in your case, you know, siblings were coming onto the scene. But I was just like, so it's like you don't know this. But
And my dad was super hard worker, man. Like my dad worked. Y'all know that. My dad worked 80 hours a week. He worked 2 full-time jobs, and
so
I remember getting flack in a relationship one time about working so hard. I remember that vividly. Like I got like, oh, he don't care. He don't give a like. I was like, damn, I don't care. Like I couldn't make a trip.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh, you don't care about my family. You don't care about. And I'm like, I care so much about your family that I'm working while you're vacationing. That's how much I care about your family.
You see, sometimes people don't realize, like if there's an incompatibility there, the way that you communicate, the way that you resolve conflict, all of that stuff, it's like a zipper, and it don't go up like what the, because you're not compatible, different sizes, it's not sewn in correctly, and you can't come together like this. You know what I mean? So when you have something that you know is right, that works for you, and they have this thing that they think is right, and it ain't gonna work for you.
you know they think.
Y'all saw it. So that's how you think though. That ain't gonna work. You don't communicate, and that's when this zipper ain't gonna zip up. This ain't gonna work out, and people shut down because of that.
Have you ever told a girl like this zipper ain't gonna zip up?
This zipper ain't gonna zip up.
Yeah, baby, this zipper ain't
Zip ain't gonna zip up,
So I'm gonna
baby.
get to skipping and dipping.
I
Ripping, bitch.
I don't be dropping bars on chicks like that. I definitely don't do that.
But it's funny though, Fox, with your parents being together for so long, and you saying the times were different because now with the whole social media and all it, and where we at now, man, it's like, are you gonna see couples who got together free social media having a 53-year relationship?
Ooh, I doubt it. I
I hope so.
I doubt it.
It'll be a small percentage. Like
Listen, here's the problem. Can I say something to the camera? If you're dating in 2023 as opposed to 1983, right?
Okay.
You now have to deal with the fact that your girl has half naked pictures for everyone to see on social media. And it's just the thing to do. It's just the way
Just
it is.
cause.
In 1983, you didn't have to go to your girl like, yo, what the fuck is this? What are you doing?
Yeah.
In 1983, if anybody saw a picture of your girl in her panties, it was her parents or you.
Right.
And the CBS people who
2023
developed the picture.
In 2023,
Kodak, nigga.
everybody has seen your girl half naked. Oh, Pete. And we brought the intern, John Grimes, is in the building.
Grimy
So
Grimes.
we still on the Valentine's Day edition. This is we talking about love and love languages and relationships and all that good stuff. And I wanted to ask Joe Fox, because we were talking about this off camera before we even started taping. Joe Fox is the only one aboard the panel that has been married.
That it has been.
That has been married. That has been married. So my question was, because we talk about love. Hold for edit. Because we're talking about love. You were in a space. Now so erase all of it, all of the how it ended.
Right.
How bad it was in the end and whatever things were said when it was bad.
Right.
I want you to go back to before it even got to that.
Okay.
What was the space that you were in? Like, if you got to close your eyes and go back to it, what was the space? What was the feeling? Was there an incident, something that you could pinpoint that put you and your heart in a place that made you say, I'm going to marry this woman? What was that? What was like? Take a second. Like, what was?
Yeah.
Where were you? And you was like, yo, this is.
That's the one.
I'm gonna make this commitment in front of my friends and family and the Most High.
Right.
What was that like?
The closest thing that I can, when the planets align, and it was a situation where it felt like now or never. It's never going to be the perfect time. But
What was it? Wait, a situation? Was there a specific situation?
okay, the situation was met her in college, didn't hook up until many years after college, and it
Okay.
just seemed like the planets aligned. And I was like, oh, okay, let's try this.
Wait. I'm
yeah.
sorry for stopping you.
Yeah.
Because I want to get concise.
Okay.
What does that mean? What are the planets aligning? What is that? What is that?
Are like we're both adults. We're both on our own. We're dating and spending time with one another.
Well, like you guys both in LA at the same time?
This
or?
was actually in when I was still living in Dallas.
Okay.
So this this was
You were single.
I was sort of single.
She was single.
She was single.
Okay. What sort of single? You was
Sorta-
playing the field. You was just living your life. You was being
I was
Joe
li-
Fox.
I was living my
You was being
life.
Joe Feezy.
Yeah. I was living my life, and I'm moving to Texas. And then the chick that I was with was like, skating on thin ice, shorty. This is a crush back in college.
Wait, the chick you was dating was skating on thin ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like,
And you had feelings for your wife, your ex-wife, beforehand.
yeah. It's
Okay,
like
okay.
college crush.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta go check.
At least
that out.
explore
you
the
need to
possibilities.
explore that possibility.
Yeah.
And it was like, it was. I remember my ex-girlfriend at the time is like problems. I had just started doing stand-up too.
Right.
And it kind of coincided with, I don't want to have to go to every show. The attitude of, I don't want to have to go to every show. How come we're not? There was a struggle. There was a pull of, you ain't gonna pull me away from that mic.
Right.
And it wasn't even like on some animosity thing. It's like, this ain't gonna work. Look, I have to do these things. This is when I was still counting stage time.
Did you know that this isn't gonna work? She don't.
Yeah. I kind of felt like that wasn't going. It was becoming a problem.
Right. I got a homie whose significant other at the
Yeah.
time said to him, "Can't you do something else?"
Oh,
And I was like,
yeah. I'm gonna get a new chick.
"She never gonna understand this."
Yeah, I'm gonna get a new chick. That's what I'm gonna do with something else.
But I digress. Go ahead.
So that was becoming a problem, and the perfect solution came. College crush. It was like, yeah. So it was like a switch, and not only that, this is someone who I was lightly communicating with too over time.
You guys never lost communication.
Right. Never
Okay,
really
okay.
lost communication. So it's not like I had to hide anything. I said, yeah, I'm with her, but probably not going to work out.
Okay.
And then there was just a natural progression to switch. We dating now.
Okay.
And I think it got to a point where we were spending the right amount of time together and the communication was there. And I was at a point where it's like, talking to my brother who was married,
Right.
talking to, my parents, meeting of the parents and all of that. So it just seems like, it's now or never. It's never going to be the right amount of, the right time. Like, this is it. It's,
Wait, now or never? Explain.
now it's like we're adults. Like, what am I waiting on?
Right.
It's like, she's right here. Let's go ahead and.
So your heart was fully invested.
Yeah.
She was fully invested.
Yeah. That's what
It was like, this is the best it's been.
Yeah. Let's make this a long-term relationship
Okay.
that ultimately,
It's going to go into marriage.
leading into marriage. So, and it was after long talks, a lot of quality time, doing for one another, being there for one another, and it just seemed like, and as a bonus, this is a chick that was never been married.
Right.
We were late 20s into 30s.
No baby daddy.
No babies,
been married, yeah.
nothing. So it was like, he You know how you throw your mind?
Yeah, yeah.
This is a possibility. It's worth a try. It's worth it. And that was like the number one choice, the one that got away, that came back. You know,
Right,
so
right.
it's like,
All right, but I'm not hearing.
Okay,
I'm just your answers are your answers. Just,
Yeah, but
I can't answer for you. I mean, like the space that you were in. Like, I'm so in love with this woman. Like, were you somewhere that was like, I am in an emotional space, and I don't know how. Look, I don't know how you decide to get married. You know what I'm saying? But I would imagine it's like you in an emotional space that's like, I've never been in this realm before.
Okay,
this is.
I tell you, it's okay. I expressed my feelings, and those feelings were expressed back.
Okay.
And what were they?
Oh, I love you. I love you too, amongst other things.
What are you guys?
What do you think?
No, I said
I love you.
I love you.
Robot telling us, I love you. I love you.
It goes.
R2D2. Let's get married. I love you too. I told my parents met your parents. We are in a space.
It goes back to what I say.
It did sound robotic, didn't it?
I love you. I love
Roboto.
you too.
So you were how old? 20?
Definitely 30.
Okay.
Definitely
See,
30.
and it goes back to what I say.
Yeah.
When you in your 20s and 30s, you're marrying somebody, and this ain't all across the board, but a lot of times you're marrying somebody because you love them, and they say they love you back, and everything is going good for a while. But I personally don't recommend people getting married until like later. Like, I feel like you got to kind of explore more, and maybe even yourself. You know what I mean? Because people change.
Yeah, I definitely.
Like when you find somebody already up there,
What do you mean up there?
like age wise,
Okay.
and they the hardest thing is to get with somebody and they change and get set in their ways, and you see that transition happen, and then in ways that they set in, you ain't fucking with it. You like, I've been with her for 6 years now. All of a sudden, you know what I mean? I can't do X, Y, and Z. I'd rather go into it with those things already established. Like, yo, okay, from day one, why you got a cup in the sink? Okay, you don't like cups in the sink. All right, I got you. You know what I mean? Or you already know.
A cup in the sink is a problem for marriage?
Nigga. For women, period, bro.
So wait, I'm saying
this is if your woman is clean.
Marry her because she was like,
No. But I use that example because that's the.
No, I agree with what you said about you got to know yourself. You have to know you.
But that's a gateway. A cup in the sink is a gateway to nagging, or a gateway to so many other small things that we don't think are big, but are a big thing to them.
It's a tipping point.
Yeah, because see, that's the thing. As men, like we always say, men are simple. And men are simple in a lot of different ways. Like some men are very clean, are very tidy. Some men are tidy or clean, but sloppy. It's a difference. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you spill some juice, you're going to wipe it up, but you might throw your socks on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
In some women's mind, if they see dishes in the sink or clothes is like that, could drive them crazy, which can start an argument, which will lead to nagging, which will lead to you being like, yo, I can't even be comfortable in my own goddamn space. And now you got resentment, or now she's talking to you like a child.
Right.
Hey, don't talk like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying?
Your mother doesn't work here.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I used to be super tidier in my youth. I like when I first, like, let's say even when I first came to LA, I got my apartment on Hollywood Boulevard. I was super clean, super tidy, and then I got the house, and I hired a housekeeper. So I didn't give a fuck because I was like, she coming to clean it.
Yeah.
Right? And it made me sloppier. So now I'm sloppier than I was in my youth. I mean, like, I gotta be. I swear, I gotta be aware of it now because I'm like, oh, that's right. I gotta clean up. Like, I would just be like, yo, 1st to 15th, take care of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, little incompatibilities like that can, if you don't address them as
They can compound.
they can compound if you don't address them. But depending on where you are, how old you are, how set in your ways you are, that can be like blow over the house of cards that is your relationship. It's like I'm talking the way that you put the toilet paper roll on. Do you pull or you pull down? I mean, it's like, what
But don't you think some shit like that you just got to give? Like some shit like that,
You
like
do.
something like that, you just got to go. It ain't worth
You
burning
do.
this whole house down.
You
know what I'm
do,
saying?
but if it's that and you can't freaking let it go, and then it's you put the toothpaste in the wrong drawer and you can't find shit. It's like
Nigga, I got the chick that's so vindictive. She wouldn't do the underneath or over. She would put it
On top.
But I knew she was being vindictive. I knew she was purposely trying to like bait me into an argument. I knew she was trying to like dig. So know what I would do?
I wouldn't even put it on at all.
Know what I would do? I would just go, take it, put it on.
Yeah.
I'm not. It ain't worth the argument.
that's maturity.
It ain't worth the argument.
That's
growth. That's growth.
That's a lot of
that's
growth.
maturity.
Nigga, that's no, you don't. That's fucking. Because any other chick when I was single would have been like, yo, fuck out my house, yo.
Yeah.
What you
but
doing?
when you go, I'm sorry, I'll let you go next.
Wait. No, I got a question for Grammy next.
Okay,
Go.
so, but when you have the hardcore battle of the sexes stuff, like the toilet seat up, we still having the same. old
Even that,
argument.
even that one time I said, yo, is it really that serious? And she was like, yeah, nigga, my ass was in the water. I'm like, okay, I didn't know it was that serious.
You know what I said to that, and it caused even more probably. Like, I said, well, you sit on it is twice as much as I do. You shouldn't have a problem touching it.
Yeah,
So and then off of that, who cleans it?
that better than me, because I just used to just piss with the toilet seat.
That's a damn
I had to
shame.
come in at night.
All right, so
That's just a damn.
if you were watching the whole time, this is the Valentine's Day edition of Live
How
in
about
Green Room.
that?
Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. You will see this a week from now. But
You know.
the intern John Grimes has just joined us, and when you put the font up, put the intern John Grimes. Social media.
Mr. Tan
Intern.
Panda in the building.
So, like I said, you are the only one married.
No. He's the
You
one
are
married.
you are the only one. You are the only one that was married.
Right.
That was married.
Right.
John Grimes, being the only one with a white wife.
Yeah.
Is Valentine's Day different for white women? What's the pressure of a black man on a white woman for Valentine's Day?
How much quinoa do you
How
have
much
to make?
cottage cheese do you have to put?
How much cottage?
Do you make cottage cheese truffles?
I was wondering what my purpose was here. Okay.
Your purpose is always to get roasted. Your purpose is always to get roasted.
They're like, why am I coming early? What's going on?
John Grimes, tell us about white women in Valentine's Day.
That's not why I called you.
Look here, man. So
They're like Hershey's Kisses,
I think that
gluten-free Hershey's Kisses.
white chicks expect the shit that they see from Hallmark. Like
Okay.
the commercials was made for them. So
Oh,
they
that's
like,
true.
oh,
That's true. That's true.
yeah, I'm looking for all of that. But like, if you date a nigga, it's like you don't know what to expect.
Hey, you can't use that word. Cause he said it with the R. He said it with the R. That's that white wife on him. He said you dating a nigger. He said that shit like it was Alabama.
I have a very important
She expects
question.
Hallmark, but if you dating a nigger, nah.
That doesn't sound like
We gotta
one
take
of
a
the
vote. Does Grimy take a vote? We gotta take a vote. Does Grimy have to get kicked off the show right now?
Yo.
You say if you dating a black Nubian princess.
Well, you was referring to you as the nigga?
Yeah, I'm saying like if you date a nigga like me, I don't know that she's expecting that kind of shit because I never seen them Hallmark commercials ever. So well, her expectations is different from what I was expecting for the same holiday. I grew up with a dad that didn't care about holidays, a single holiday.
Okay.
He didn't care about Christmas and nothing. So he's like, that must be normal, which I think is interesting.
Your dad was a Muslim?
No, he just didn't care about holidays.
Okay,
He was 50 years older than me. So he was just like,
I can relate to that.
I did that probably a family ago. I ain't know what
He said a family ago.
Like, yeah, we got older siblings. So like,
yeah.
he didn't make anything seem important. And so I was
Sit
like,
back from the mic, yo.
I used to think about that. I told my girl like, oh, I don't care about holidays like that either, because I'm copying my dad. But she said every holiday, I'm like, Easter, whatever you want to do, I'm off that. And she was like, that won't work. And white girls love holidays, so I was like, all right, I'll give you a couple.
So
White girls love holidays.
She got her Valentine's Day socks right now.
Valentine's Day socks.
When I left,
She decorates the house for Valentine's Day.
She's making gifts for the kids right now while they sleep. So when they wake up, that'll be the first thing they see. And I'm seeing that like, fuck,
It's like
she wants
Christmas in
something from me.
February.
She would definitely want something from me.
Wow.
I was like,
What'd you get her? What'd you get her?
I didn't get nothing yet.
Yet? What are you gonna get her?
Grimy.
Now the pressure's on, and there's a
go
white
to the
woman
store.
involved. What are you gonna get her?
Nothing
I'm gonna get
This is
some
Tuesday.
flowers.
From Ralph's.
Ralph's, and I got lunch for. I'm taking her out tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm gonna get some flowers. I don't know about. Maybe I'll go to a florist for the first time. But the Mexicans really
Go to the florist, bro.
Like, sell
The
them.
street Mexican flowers?
They got some nice bouquets
Shit.
on the good side of Inglewood.
You ain't been to a nice florist.
That sound like a nigga that got a white wife. They got some nice bouquets on the
She's gonna
that
know.
101 exit.
Yeah.
She just like flowers.
So let me ask you this: when you get cards, like, do you get her Hallmark cards, or you get her the mahogany?
You know what's interesting?
Like,
You know what's
or
interesting?
does she?
You better get her the mahogany,
Get a
bro.
mahogany.
Is that a brand?
Get a mahogany.
Yeah.
He said, is that a brand?
Come on, man.
That would explain
You
it.
know what's funny? I used to actually write them myself. I used to always write them.
Okay, wait.
you get the blank
stop,
cards.
stop the show. Stop the show. Stop the show. What was the last card you wrote? What did it say?
Damn. It was a note about it was thanking her for like things she's putting up with, and you know.
No, what did you say, motherfucker?
I can't remember
Paraphrase.
exactly. It's been a couple years, but I wrote it, and I used this thing on the backside of it. I always create like a little mini voucher for something, and like she can utilize it whenever she wants to. So I wrote like this block's redeemed for a free massage or a day away from the kids with a hotel. You stay out of town, in town. Like I would always give her a little voucher to use, and she redeemed the fuck out of those. But like I always wrote a nice note, and then because you know sometimes I don't like to give you a monetary or transactional gift.
Right.
I'd rather you think, oh shit, that was dope. One time I gave her a booklet. It was a blank booklet. And I would write a nice note to her, or write a nice note in there randomly all the time. So she would open it and see a new note or a new message in there. So she liked reading that every day. Or
that's
I
pretty
added
cool.
on to it.
Yeah.
She's like,
Wait, so all right, so let's get out of the joking about the white
Yeah.
wife. Are you a romantic dude with your wife? Are you do you consider yourself to be romantic?
I think I want to be. I don't execute it as well. I'm whimsical, but I'm not romantic.
Okay.
This nigga said whimsical.
I'm
And
whimsical.
the last time I heard that word, I was in an audition. and I had to say it.
I'm gonna say
That's
whimsical.
like
Yeah,
he's
but
a
that's
very
funny,
whimsical
Grime, that you say that because I think a lot
That
of
he says
times
what?
that he just said he wants to be romantic, but sometimes it's not.
Do you not know how to be romantic?
And so I was listening to what he said about his parents. I was like, dang, I never saw a romantic gesture. Even though my parents never divorced, they separated but never divorced. So I thought, well, you can't break up. That's my logic of like,
Right.
you can't leave. But I also thought, I never saw nice shit either, though. So I think like, dang,
But here's
how
the-
do you do nice stuff?
But here's the thing about romantic gestures. It's not something that's like the greater society is just gonna say, oh, that's romantic. It's personal. It's a personal thing.
Right.
And like you may not understand it. It's just between those two people, just between my mom and my dad or my aunt or my uncle. So like
Well,
the
That's
gestures
always
that
been
they-
one of my pluses is that I'm such a great listener and I have such a great memory. A girl will say, a young lady I'm dating, of course, will say something about, oh, that restaurant had such really good dessert, and like 2 months later, she come in the house and that dessert sitting right there.
Yeah, that's dope.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you listen.
Or she say,
to me.
I always wanted to go see, money ain't really an object. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
it's the
I always wanted to go. Boom, let's go.
yeah.
I always wanted to eat. Let's go eat there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I would do it later, like when I would always wait, like, and sometimes it's to my detriment. Sometimes it's to my detriment. She would say something on this day, and I would go, okay, I'm gonna wait till like this day and spring it on.
Yeah.
And sometimes before we even get there, it's like, nigga, you never do nothing.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck, you don't even know.
yeah.
Yo, son, you know how many times I had stuff
Yeah,
planned?
yeah.
You might know.
Yeah, I know.
You had
I had-
one in the chamber, two in the chamber.
I had trips to Vegas planned. Told him about it. Like, yo, get your wifey. We're gonna go to Vegas together. Boom, boom. Before we even get there.
Blah, 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 blah.
Call
Cancel.
him. Yo, don't. Never mind, man. Never mind. I had concert tickets for various things. Yo, call your wifey. See if she want to roll. Call G. Yo, see if your girl want to go. Bet.
Yeah.
Nigga, 5 days out. Fuck you, nigga. Oh shit. Yo,
Five
y'all.
days.
Scrap that, yo.
Damn.
Like, bro, I could really say some shit on this podcast right now, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
You got a lot of flight credit right
Bro,
now.
listen.
I think
So
not.
to my detriment, but it's like I'm always that guy. I'm cognizant. I remember, and I'm like, I'm gonna spring it on you later. So sometimes don't wait too long. Wait just long enough that it's a surprise and it's heartfelt.
And I think for me, a lot of times it comes from, and for a lot of guys, it comes with laziness and not giving it enough. Because being romantic is easy, but being lazy is easier. So a lot of times, we just
Doing good is good,
Yeah.
but doing bad is good.
So a lot of times it's just like, yo, if you just really put some time and effort and thought into certain things, you could be romantic. You know what I mean?
That's
And a lot.
the thought that counts, but then I just think.
A lot-
Okay,
I'll
wait,
be
wait,
done.
wait, wait,
done,
wait.
right?
I wanted to ask this question. I already had planned on asking this question tonight anyway. But since you said that, you led me right into it. Perfect segue. What is the most romantic thing you have done for a significant other? Grimy.
Damn, we first.
Intern first.
Damn.
A black girl or a white girl? Oh no, give me your black girl one and your white girl one.
That's not gonna end well. The most romantic thing I think I've done.
For your black girl, go.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
No, go white girl first. Go white girl first.
I'm only gonna do my current girl. I think the day of Catalina was pretty dope.
Tell us what the day was.
It was our birthday, so they give you free birthday rides. They used to give you free birthday rides to Catalina Island. So we took the whole day there and like hung out and drank and ate. And she might have been pregnant. I can't remember. But she might still drank. I can't remember that part either. But we went out and like just hung out the whole day. And Catalina Island's not a place that you can like pull. I don't know.
Oh, Catalina's dope.
I know.
I
But
love
on
Catalina.
social media, it was like it felt like nothing was happening on Instagram, online. We didn't do none of that stuff back then. So it was just like us talking in this like semi-small little town vibe. So it felt like we were away from everything and just like talk to each other, listen to each other, laugh at each other. I feel like that day to her is super memorable because she felt like I was the center of her little universe for the moment. And I really am distracted a lot. So to me, I think if you give my attention that long, it's more memorable because I really don't engage that long. So I was really into that day and spending the whole day with her and just like trying all little small businesses and buying little trinkets, all that little cute stuff you do. And I was like, I think that was romantic because it was the time and the attention versus gestures and transactions. So
Here we go.
that's romantic.
Good one. Fox Boogie.
This would actually go back to before I was married. A chick that I was into at the time. It was Valentine's Day, and I like live music, and so did she. And there was this local band that I'd always wanted to see, and I took her to the live music, and it was just like a cool ass time. It was just a cool ass time doing something that we've never done before together. And it was like Happy Valentine's Day. Here's and I actually got a card. That was like the first time that I'd done that with her as an adult. But I mean, looking back on it, really wasn't that big a deal. But that's probably the extent of it because I'm really not a romantic guy.
But see, that's the thing. I was asked a question one time about I was doing an interview somewhere, and they asked me about what's a perfect date. What would you consider a perfect date? Excuse me. And I was like, you guys are expecting like this answer that's gonna blow you away and be like, oh my God, that's. I said, but a perfect date depends on the person.
Yeah.
You can have a perfect date if you're with the right person anywhere. It could be sitting in McDonald's having a fucking sandwich in McDonald's. If you with the right person, conversation is flowing, y'all enjoying each other's company, y'all laughing, having a good time. That could be a perfect date. So y'all want an answer that's gonna be like, oh, that was. I said, but that's not how
the thing that you do.
Yeah, that's not the artistry of it. The damn production is not the date. The date is the connection.
Yeah.
I always believe that. So
Yeah, I think the best date is the kind where you want to do that shit again tomorrow. It's like let's go again. Like those are the perfect dates because you keep on wanting to spend time with that other person that you really think is special in your life.
I like that. Good one, Fox.
Yeah. So I would say, and it's two answers. So for Valentine's Day, I got to say probably the most romantic thing that I can remember I've done was took someone on a helicopter ride. And with the helicopter,
That's up there.
yeah,
That's up there.
with the helicopter ride, they ain't had no drink, so I bought 2 mini bottles of wine. Bought my own glass.
Wait, was it bring your own liquor or you just snuck 2 bottles?
No, yeah, I just took it with.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, even a nigga, they gotta be. Even on the helicopter, he was a nigga.
And
Look at that. Hey, they said no alcohol. Fuck that shit.
And it made it cute that they were mini bottles. So I was just like, hey, and I was driving. She didn't know where she was going, and she's like, "Where we going?" I was like, "It's a surprise."
Yeah.
Get to the spot, get out the car. She's like, "What?" Then this helicopter there,
good one.
Get in the helicopter, fly over Santa Monica, the Getty, the museum, Getty Center. Fly there. It was about like a 45-minute helicopter ride.
Oh, that's dope.
And we land, then we went, got some food. Mind you, this was Valentine's Day, but an attempt to me trying to get back.
Oh, you had it fucked up.
With her, yeah.
Well, wait. So now we gotta go back. This is where we answer questions here. Live in the green room. We talk, we answer questions, we get real. What did you do that you had to get back in her good graces?
Shit at that time, you know what I mean? She had caught me, out there, I was doing
Caught you in the streets.
Yeah.
Caught you cheating.
Yeah. Didn't catch
Red-handed.
No.
okay.
This was like some, you know what I mean, some condoms and shit in my bag. Tried to lie my way out of it, you know.
Wow.
Blamed it on everybody. Boogie, I think I might do your name.
Condom.
These toes luggage.
That would have been true.
Nah.
But we were already broken.
I got it, man. Listen, I got. What's okay.
We were already broken up.
But it was when we had the rooms. Joint, yeah.
But we already had broken up.
Yeah.
So, but this was, you know, the intent to get back, but that shit didn't work. And like I got some trauma. Like this shit didn't work.
Yeah. I think I'm doing a podcast. I got so much trauma. I'm doing a damn podcast for therapy.
And a month later, she was pregnant.
By you?
No, nigga.
Okay.
Yeah, a month later. After all of that, and I was just like, man, fuck. So that's why you ain't never see me in the helicopter again. And I will never. and to be honest, I probably will never. That would never be a romantic gesture for me with another, with my woman, because I don't want it to, unless it's
triggered.
Yeah, I don't want to be triggered. So, and then my second one was me, just on a regular date. Mm-hmm. Me and wifey went to Cabo one time, and from the time we got to the airport, we were drinking. When we got on the plane, it's only like a 2-hour flight. We were drinking. We landed in Mexico, drunk, had some drinks. The limousine guy picked us up, had some drinks in the car. Got on resort drink. By the time we was time to check in our room, we was so fucked up, and we just like, we just need some food, and we just grabbed some food and was just fucking the food up and just. And then we was just like, and we were just so drunk together, and it was just like, we need a nap, and we just went and just took a nap, and it's just like we woke up and was like, well, you could just get drunk and fucked up with somebody, and just you on the same thing.
You could be you around.
You could be you, and they could be you.
Yeah.
So that was probably one of the most fun times that I can remember, as far as just traveling and just getting fucked up every situation it was. Like, gotta have a drink here, gotta have a shot here, gotta do this, gotta do that. So that stands out to me a lot.
Okay, I want to say something. I want to apologize. I'm a little drunk, so I'm gonna be in my feelings. I want to apologize. One time for my birthday, a young lady gifted me a helicopter ride to Catalina Island.
Oh shit!
She had everything. No, she had everything planned.
Right.
Like she gave me an itinerary. We're gonna leave the helicopter at this time. We're gonna land at this time. We're gonna eat at this time. We're gonna go here, have drinks. It was like, oh shit! For my birthday, bro, I was like, oh shit. She really fucking rolled out the red carpet for your boy.
Yeah.
Man, I had a set at the Laugh Factory that night. And I think that night I had the hat trick. I had like an 8 o'clock at the Improv, like a 9 o'clock at the store, and a 10:30 at the factory.
Oh, damn.
But Shorty was like, yo, I'm taking you to Catalina Island. We leaving at like 6 when the sun's setting. I said, I can't go. I did my spots.
The hat trick is.
I did my spots.
It's hard to turn out the hat trick.
I did my spots. Yo, to this day, I still think that was one of the things that led to us like just.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I went all out for this one for his birthday. And he was like, I got spots. So I apologize to you-know-who. I really should have took that trip. Looking back, I should have took that trip. And she was super dope. She was super dope.
Yeah.
She was super dope, bro.
Yeah.
But, most romantic. Okay, so, my brother Brian is a hell of a chef. I don't say cook. That motherfucker's a chef.
I never knew that.
B gets busy. My cousin Naima gets busy. So 2 times in my life, I had met a young lady one night. I was out with my boys. We were still on Decatur Street, on Bed-Stuy, on the block. One night, we're going to the city. We're going to party in the city. We go to the city. We go to some club. We party all night. My boys see this girl like, yo, she bad. Yo, like, and bruh, this is so serious. We would be around, all of us hanging out, and they would see the baddest chick and be like, yo, go get Tone.
Yeah.
Go get Tone. So they come and get me like, yo, sure. I'm like, oh, I got to get that. I gotta get her.
Yeah.
So I go over, start dancing with her. Hey, what's up? What's your name? Boom, boom. We start chopping it up. Let's go over here, a little quiet, get in a little corner, start chopping it up. This nigga, this like 90, 91, 89, 90, 91. Get a, exchange numbers. We're gonna talk later. Boom, boom, boom. I invited to my house for dinner. I still lived at home with my parents. My father had already passed, but I still lived at home in the same house.
Right.
So I invited her to dinner. And my brother Brian, I go to B like, yo, B, you gotta cook. You gotta make something. So B's like, what you want? I'm like, yo, fuck it. Just make your world famous spaghetti.
Right.
B makes the best spaghetti on the planet. So B in the kitchen whipping. Shorty's like, I'll be there in an hour. Okay, B, hour. My mother's like, I want to see this girl. You doing all this? So I set the dining room table, dim the little dimmer on it.
Yeah.
My mother's like, ooh, this girl better be worth all this shit. My mother mad funny, right? Shorty comes dressed. She was bad. I'm like, hey, I mean, my mother, you're in my house, man. My mother's like, I don't know who you are, sweetheart, but you must be special. He did all this for you. So, and then B acted like the waiter.
Yeah.
So B was like wrote a menu, and was like, yo, served us both. And then we was on. I grew up in a brownstone, 3 stories.
Yeah.
So when she came and sat down, and B served the food, everybody else went upstairs. So we had the whole first floor to ourselves. Had dinner, just had conversation. It was dope as hell. She was blown away. Nobody's ever done this for me. I'm like, oh my God. That was one. And we ended up, we were a couple for a long time. We were together for a long time. And then another time when I lived downtown Brooklyn, the young lady I was dating at the time, I think it was Christmas time. And I was broke as shit. Now I was doing stand-up.
Yeah.
So money was like, I get $1, like, and I'm going to hold this shit because I don't know when the next one coming. And called my cousin Naima. She lived about 10 minutes away. Yo, come through. Shorty coming for dinner, cook. Naima came. She cooked this lemon chicken. I will never forget it. Like white rice, pilaf, and lemon chicken, and put the white rice on the plate and the chicken in the middle, and the vegetables around it, and did the napkin to wipe the plate, and here's your plate, here's her plate. And I fucking put on a Babyface CD and dimmed the lights, and Shorty came. I put lights up in the room and put the table in the middle of the dining room. You know, you can make a table like longer or small. I made it smaller, and just us two. And she was like, "Oh my God, this is so sweet. Oh my God, thank you so much." And I had scraped up my money. Scraped. I was broke as shit, and I bought her a tennis bracelet.
Oh wow.
That shit was like, at the time, it might have been $500. But I had $503.
Yeah.
And I bought it. And ate dinner and listened to Babyface. And I was like, yo, put it on the table. I think she went to the bathroom. And I put it on the table. And she came back and was like, what's this? And opened it up, the tennis bracelet. Oh my God. Nigga, I was like, oh my God, I have $3. And the only reason why I tell that second story is because one of the most important things for all of us, people watching, people in here, everybody, if you do something and you overextend yourself for somebody, you just want appreciation.
That's it.
You just want to be appreciated for the effort. And that first story I told about the spaghetti, she was over the moon, blown away. The second young lady, in the moment, she appreciated it. But as our relationship went on, it was just like I never really felt I was appreciated. It was always about what I can provide and can you do this for me? And that was the thing that was led to our downfall. But I remember just feeling like this is the worst feeling ever, and that feeling was not being appreciated.
Yeah.
So going forward in my next relationship, I don't know how many I have going forward, but this next one is going to be the best one ever. And if it doesn't work, the next one after that will be the best one ever. But that's how I'm going in with the mindset that they will all be the best ever. Oh, yeah. However many.
The growth you have from a previous relationship is funny to the girls who probably watch this and go,
"Oh no,
I'm glad you figured it out now."
I know. One time I posted on social media. And y'all know the girl. Y'all might not know that we have history, but she's on social media talking about relationships, and we got history. And now she's on social media talking about like you got to keep a man. It's like, and y'all don't even know I know it. Like we got. One time I posted on, I think it was Twitter at the time, like, yo, instead of having 100 girls that I give 1%, maybe I should have one girl I give 100%. And she called me like, nigga, did you just really post that? Like, you of all people? But I was like, yo, that's just the shit I was just thinking. But that's where it is. So I know it's a lot of girls that I've had interactions with and history with and came across 2 ships in a night. That's going to be like, get the fuck out. This nigga, I'm trying to be a better person. I'm working on me every day because, like I said, the next relationship I have will be the first one ever that I'm a single father. And the first one ever that I will be more concerned about what my son sees and interprets than what I am receiving.
Right.
So that's why.
You know, it's funny how sometimes people don't want to let you evolve and grow. Like sometimes women,
Yeah.
I mean, there's that spirit of vindictiveness. Vindictive.
Yeah.
Like, so now you like who said that? It was you. You just now figuring that out. If you'd have got that stuff together, we still be together. No, we weren't.
No, but sometimes they don't want to fix the relationship. Sometimes they would rather you be vindictive towards you because fixing it means they have to be accountable for their end of it as well. They gotta be. They gotta hold up. They gotta hold up to their 50% as well. So sometimes it's easier to just be like, yo, let me just keep him the villain in my narrative, right? Than to do the 50% that I have to do to make sure this works. I'm willing to do my 50. But if you're not willing to do your 50, if you'd rather just badmouth me to everybody that you talk to, and they never ask me, then that works for you.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be the villain in very many.
A lot of people's
not
stories.
just this. Ain't even about relationships. This is about people in general. When it comes to people, you are gonna be the villain in very many stories that people tell about you. But you will know the truth. You will always know the truth. That's why I sleep like a baby every night.
Yeah.
I don't care. I give zero fucks about what any person thinks about me, has heard about me. I care not to clear up any ideas or what was told because I know the truth. And sometimes you got to be the villain in their story so they look good.
Hey, you know, and that feels good.
Right.
I mean, sometimes being the bad guy in someone else's story, even if you really are that bad guy, sometimes
But guess what?
We're afraid.
You ain't never going to see another bad guy like me.
Well, hey,
You ain't never going to see another bad guy like me.
that's your story. Man. Damn, that's
villain.
and then what is that? He said, you live long enough to see yourself
Live
become
long
the
enough to see yourself become
Yeah, become
villain.
That's facts. That's facts.
Yeah.
I never understood that till actually like recently, like in the last maybe
I put that on
2
social media
years,
like recently. I put
I'm the villain in some people's stories, and you know what?
That's
frankly don't
all
give a
right.
shit,
right.
you know.
That's
But to
when-
switch gears, you said something.
Me?
Yeah, you said something when you said when you had that date with the tennis bracelet, you put on Babyface, right?
Yeah, it was a Babyface album that just came out.
Whip appeal.
So,
And every time I close my eyes. Yeah, that
so
one.
question to everybody,
Yes.
and then and everybody answer. What are your top? You got a slow jam CD.
God damn. You gonna take it there?
really?
You got your slow jam CD for Valentine's. You got your shorty there. You know what I mean? And this is from the whole move, from the time she walk in the crib or you walk in the crib, whatever. And you got your playlist going for the whole night.
Intern.
Up until you start smashing. From the time you like, hey, how you doing? Hey, baby. Let's go. I guess we could kind of do 5 songs, just so you know, shorter. What's the 5 songs you going to?
Okay.
Blue Stars, Pretty Ricky. All right, Grind with Me.
Pretty Ricky Grind.
Straight there
This
first.
nigga got a white wife.
No, bro, that was a banger, bro. What? Grind with Me was my shit. From there, I'm going straight to The Dream in a falsetto. That was my next jam right there.
Jesus Christ.
And then I'm going to Jodeci.
Which song?
Cry for You.
That's more of a sexual song. That's more of like a sappy song. It's the one where he poured liquor down.
Freaking You?
Yeah.
This nigga said,
freaky.
every nigga know the song from the video. Don't he pouring liquor down.
That's
That shit ain't for her. That's for you. The nigga when he pouring liquor down.
Let him know he poured down the girl's body. Yeah. Freaking You. All right. And then that's 3, huh? 5 is a lot. I don't never go past 3 songs.
All right, Fox, go. Come back to you.
Definitely Jodeci Stay. Definitely Silk. Let me lick you up and down.
Oh, shit.
That's because both of your parents still together. Don't nobody say Silk unless they got a mama and daddy still alive.
Let's prove tonight.
Definitely Marvin Gaye, Sexual Healing.
Okay.
Okay.
And number 5, we're gonna have to go with "Color Me Bad." I want to sex you up.
Ooh.
You know, yeah.
I like it.
And have condoms.
Okay.
That's not a song, but you know you gotta have.
Okay, I'm gonna go, and this is gonna change. I'm gonna leave here and be like, nah, why didn't I say
I know.
so I'm gonna say Usher Seduction.
Ooh.
That shit.
That's
You
fire.
you play that, boy. It's on. Seduction. Fuck, yo, this is tough.
Go back to 25.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Like,
That's probably like
I gotta go some Isleys. I gotta go Isleys. I gotta
You
go.
gonna throw some Isley up in there?
Oh, man.
I gotta go Isleys Living for the Love of You. First of all, Isley Brothers Living for the Love of You is the greatest musical recording of all time. That's my favorite song of all time. Just so y'all know, if you ever ask the question, what's Tony's favorite song of all time? Isley Brothers Living for the Love of You. Not the Whitney Houston version,
Yeah.
Isley Brothers. So we're gonna go Usher Seduction, Isley's Living for the Love of You.
That's the intro. Yeah, that's the intro
We're gonna go
to the night.
Jill Scott.
Ooh.
Whoa. Which one?
Fuck, which one?
Ooh.
We're gonna go Jill Scott. You love me. Special.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
that.
The massage song.
Your
That's
fol-
the massage
your
shoulder
follow-
song.
Your eyes, your skin. Yeah, that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. This is fucking hard.
Man. You thinking
so
of all
many.
the songs.
We're gonna go Bobby. We gotta go Bobby.
Ooh.
We
Which
gotta go
song?
Bobby. We gotta
What
go
song?
Bobby.
Humping around?
The Roni remix.
Tinder.
Oh, okay, Tenderoni.
Tenderoni.
That's it, humping around.
No. Yeah, is that the?
Do you
she knows.
know
She
me?
knows who she is. This is dedicated.
Now
to
that you
my
are
Amy.
here with
Now
me.
that you. Yeah.
Now
Rock
that
with you.
That's rock.
get
Rock with you. The
me.
remix. The remix.
Yeah.
Rock with you remix.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go. Guy,
Ooh.
tease me tonight.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Baby, tease me tonight.
Okay, all right.
Make you feel alright. See, I like that. I like that slow,
Yeah. Groove,
little bit of bass,
Yeah.
slow motion, like body movement. Like what I'm saying, go.
Yeah.
I got my last two. That
Fucking Cisco.
now, Jagged Edge.
Fucking thong song.
Jagged Edge, I think it's Let's Get Married.
Okay.
And then TLC Red Light Special. That's my five.
Okay.
You said 5?
I got my 5.
Yeah. All right. And I was thinking hard too while I was
It'll
talking.
be different, yeah.
All right. So this is not in any particular order.
Of course.
Of course.
All
Mine wasn't either.
So I gotta go Jodeci Freaking You. To me, Freaking You, that's just like one of my favorite.
My honorable mention is Jodeci Love You for
Oh,
Life.
I love that song too. It's so many you could go with Jodeci, but I'm just gonna pick one Jodeci Freaking You. I'm gonna do Drew Hill Beauty. Okay. Then I'm gonna do If Only You Knew, Patti LaBelle.
Oh, okay.
And
You got that from Lewis.
and Soul For Real got a rendition of that.
I
So
knew
if I
it.
couldn't
Yeah.
find Patty's,
Yeah.
I'll throw
Oh, so that's Soul For Real.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll throw Soul For Real's version up in there.
Yeah, the remix.
If only you know. I gotta go. I'm sorry, y'all. I gotta throw 12 play up in there.
He's more
You know, no. I'm scratching 12 play.
Okay, scratch 12 play.
I'm gonna put Greatest Sex on TP2.com.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wow.
That shit.
That was a ringtone for me.
That was good. So that's 4 and 5. God dang, it's so many. Okay. I
No
said
Prince?
Jodeci. Ooh, what's number 5? I ain't gonna say Bobby because you said Bobby. Tenderoni's my shit, but we ain't gonna go. Oh,
Do Me Baby.
Do Me Baby by who?
Bell Bell the Fire.
No, if I do anything with them in it, it's gonna be stay. Can you stay in the rain?
Yeah.
By, you know what I mean, doing
no,
this shit. You know what I mean? I think I have to go with maybe like New Edition. Yes, Can You Stand the Rain?
Yeah.
Okay.
And look, we done missed out on so
No,
many.
you said 5. So we
Yeah.
Wait, not only did you say 5, you said 5 right here in the moment.
Yeah, I
so
know.
We all gonna leave here like, nigga, I didn't say that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Because, it's so many artists that Usher.
Where we at? Intern.
Yeah.
Y'all got about 23.
Where we at?
okay.
Where we at?
You got 23 minutes left.
We
got
an
one?
hour and 40.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Cut that out. Cut all that out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we got Usher, Nice and Slow.
Mint condition.
Mint
Pretty
condition.
brown.
Damn, mint
Pretty by
condition.
What kind of man would I be? You got Jaheim. You got
Keith Sweat.
Keith Sweat.
Albie Shaw.
Albie, Christopher Williams.
Christopher Williams, yo.
It's so many.
Keith Washington.
It's so many.
Babyface.
Take You Down by Chris
Hey,
Brown.
and we didn't say no girl
Oh
group.
shit! I said Jill.
Oh, you said Jill
Jill
got,
Scott.
but you got SWV.
I
Oh, you said TLC.
No, Chris Brown, Take You Down.
Take
That's
You Down was a solid
Take You
Down.
slapper.
But see, I was trying to think of songs that
Damn,
maybe my son
Chris
wouldn't be
Brown, that was-
smashing to.
that was no. That Chris Brown, Take You Down,
Take You
boy. that
Down.
was-
Take
I
You
was
Down.
mad. I wasn't active when that song came out. I was like, this shit probably.
Nobody say anything about Shy.
Oh, we got Shy. Any song that got thunder and lightning, the thunder sound effect in it, it's like
Ray J. Silence. Silence. Nah, I'm kidding.
Yeah, man, like like making them slow jam tapes and CDs.
You used to make the tapes.
I used to
Oh, yeah,
make
yeah.
the tapes, man.
I used to make the tapes.
And I never got past the first song. A lot of times on the tape, I had to be like, yo, like, were you just now getting skins? I don't care what nobody say, yo.
He took it back. He took it back. He said skins.
When you start getting skins for the
Getting
first
skins.
time, yo, you ain't, come on, you ain't making it past
So
the first
90s.
song just automatically.
Nobody said Troop. Remember Troop?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Troop. Maybe Sweet November.
We had 5 songs. to
Yeah,
pick, bro.
I just tried to go
He didn't say give us your top 30. He said 5.
I know.
Because Tevin Campbell, we left out. We left out a lot of good, but like I said,
What's
this
Tevin
is
Campbell song?
Alone With You. I just want to be
Oh, okay. Yeah.
with you.
I was going to say, you fucking Tevin Campbell. Yeah, you're right.
Tyrese even got one. I can't think of it.
Oh, Tyrese, Sweet Lady.
Sweet Lady.
Sweet Lady and Have I Told You.
The Scoop, the Signs of
Nah,
Love.
that first album, Tyrese's first album, I got that shit. My brother used to hang out at the radio station, at the label, and we'll come home with boxes of CDs.
Yeah.
Yo, I got these. And we was like, who this nigga Tyrese? Like, and then we saw him in the Coke commercial.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's the nigga from the CD we got. So we threw the CD on.
Fire.
Have I Told You I Loved You and Sweet
Yes.
Lady. We was like, yo, this dude.
Fire.
Oh, Sweet Lady was.
Yeah.
Sweet Lady was fire.
Lately. Yeah, lately. Have I Told You? Lately. Yeah. Nah, Tyrese, you got to get back to that dude, man. Stop beefing on social media. Get back to that dude. That first album, that dude was all that.
Now, we can't forget about a few one-hit wonders that you always going to have to throw in eventually.
One-hit wonder.
Is Jesse Powell.
Oh, yeah.
The way you are.
I've been
you.
singing.
Jesse Powell.
Jesse Powell.
I just want to be.
And we got to say, nigga don't know the words.
96. I remember that song. I remember that song. I was in
gotta-
third grade.
I just want to be.
You gotta throw.
Okay.
You gotta throw Rome. Every time I see your face, makes me
wanna go crazy.
Yeah, that shit was.
That was a little too
Hey,
country.
my lady.
Listen, let me say something. When I used to go down to South Carolina, they would play that shit every day, all day. So that made it country to me.
That made it country
Because I would
to
hear
you.
it down there, but not in New York. I was like, this country shit. Get this country shit out of here. Oh, hold up. Secret Garden.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Quincy Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Secret
And you
Garden.
try to fuck through all 4 of their verses.
Yo, that song was so long. That song was so
He's like, I
long.
bust on the James Ingram. I didn't make it to the Barry White.
Oh, yeah, that was
So
the
long.
bars. James, that's like the,
It was
the first
Al
super
B,
group.
Elder Bars, James Ingram, Barry White.
What's
Right,
something
yeah,
twisted
that's
sample for Celebrity Overnight? That what's that actual song that he sampled?
That I
Lenny
don't know.
Williams?
That's
Lenny Williams. Yeah.
I like that song. It's long.
Music. We all know music is a soundtrack for love, man.
Music is a soundtrack for life.
For life. Yeah.
Music, listen, I say this all the time. Music is time travel. Music, they have not invented a time machine yet. You know what the current modern day time machine is? Music. Because you could hear a song and that shit will take you right back to that day, that time, that girl, that school, that friend, that job. And you will be in the moment like, oh shit, I remember
Universal
eating
language,
lunch
too.
that day with my man so-and-so and
Yeah.
I was dating so. That's time travel. Music is time travel.
Yeah.
Listen to a song. Listen to Jodeci's first album.
Yeah.
You're gonna think about the girl, remember how she smelled.
Yeah.
Like I would listen to Jodeci's first album and be like, oh shit, I'm gonna be in my mother's basement with so and so, and she like come and go to the store. My mother, I remember vividly. My mother knocked on the door like, I need you to go to the store real quick, and I had Shorty in my lap, and I was like,
Yeah.
because I don't want mother to hear like the.
Yeah.
So Shorty's in my lap, and mother's like, I need you to go to the store, and I'm like, all right, I'm coming, and I'm like.
Yeah. And
Vividly, bro.
And when you was going through puberty, like to me, like it's certain times where music just hits you that like hard. Like I remember 7th, 8th, 9th grade.
Oh, yeah.
Those songs was just like I remember dancing with this one chick on R. Kelly, Your Body's Calling at the school dance.
Yeah.
And I just remember we was just sitting there just grinding, getting it in. Weak SWV, I remember the particular chick that was like, yo, to this day, if I hear that song, I think about this particular person.
I remember my brother made a tape for a girl one time, and I listened to it. And this is how crazy that it's so real, time travel. I remember listening to a tape he made for a girl, and I put it in, and it was a song, what was her name? Melissa Morgan? Melissa Morgan had a song called Do You Still Love Me? And when I put the tape in and listened to it, I was like, damn, that shit is incredible. Do you still love me? And I just remember like, oh shit, this shit is incredible. It was a tape he made for a chick, but I was like, yo, this is like, who is this? That shit just stuck with me.
And you know, guy? I was
Making for other people.
Yeah,
I wouldn't make takes for other people. I would always make it for myself. But I just want to let y'all know we all going to get a lot of slack in the comments because nobody say Prince.
I said Prince. You know what I'm gonna say? I did say that, but I was like, you ain't gonna say.
In my defense, I was never the biggest Prince fan in the world.
Adore. You got to go with Adore.
I don't got catalog like that.
I remember Prince had a song called "The Most Beautiful Girl in the World." Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
The most beautiful girl.
That's definitely
that's
a set off the mood right kind of song. And then Diamonds.
Michael Jackson, Liberian Girl.
Liberian. Oh, that's what I'm about to say. I had put a post up like a year ago about Michael Jackson, and I said, and it's all still about love, that I understand why Michael Jackson is the king of pop and not the king of R&B, because Michael Jackson don't have any songs you could make love to. And then everybody, started giving me all their different opinions.
Rock with you and Dirty Diana.
What Michael Jackson
the Dirty
songs,
Diana?
I can fuck Dirty Diana, absolutely. That's about 6-minute song too. Yeah, I can go ahead and knock that out.
So you think like, so what's the sexiest Michael Jackson song?
The sexiest?
Like what Michael Jackson song can you really smash?
No. It's older. It's older stuff.
She's out of my life.
No, that's too soft.
Ben?
A fucking rat.
Like Mike, ain't nobody having Mike in they slow jam.
Liberian
Girls.
Dirty Diana?
No. Liberian Girls. I'm like, it's older works. Like
it's older.
Like the shit Quincy did. He got some slow jams.
Oh, before he went solo, but he had like some.
He got some slow jams.
Oh,
yeah.
Butterflies? That was.
Yeah. But that was Floetry. They did that version.
Floetry.
Remember the Time is kind of boppy.
Now you can't smash no goddamn Remember the Time.
Really?
Grammy, you be trying to.
Well, you can smash anything.
Yeah, right. The only rap song I've smashed or that I've consciously smashed to that I made in one of my Soul Jam tapes was Too Short and Little Kim. Call me.
Too Short
and Little Kim.
This nigga fucking the pimp music.
If you need someone to talk to, someone to fuck you. Yeah. Call me. Yeah, that was the shit.
Y'all
12th grade.
Fast rapping ass. You just
y'all have like the boombox without the auto reverse, and then you have to get up and fucking.
Yeah.
Like,
flip the tape. Yeah. Damn. That was when you get something to drink. You flip the tape and go get something to drink. Come back round 2.
So this is what I don't recommend. And this true story, and one of the funniest stories of one of my slow jam tapes. I was in 11th grade, had a chick, chilling, kicking it. I made a slow jam tape over a gospel tape.
And when the slow jam ends, and it stopped, and it's something like I would tape over everything. Like my mother was a school teacher. I would take her lesson plans, tape over this, be fucking tape in. It's like, and then when you insert the pencil into the
Bro,
chick like, what the fuck is that shit?
I would dispatch to some slow jam, and I was like, can't nobody do me like this. I gotta go too. I gotta go too. Yeah.
I ain't smashing the gospel, bro. That's crazy.
Why we always think of those songs that we like? It goes back to a girl. You know what I mean? It goes.
You gotta think of a girl. When it goes to a fun song like that, you gotta think of the girl.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm like. Okay, what girl was I with? What song did we play?
The era of girls. That's why Taylor Swift's so successful right now. She got eras for every nigga she used to fuck with.
Oh,
every
damn.
album matched the like that's her thing. So people like the eras. You like which era was she in? Was she in her? I dated the rock star. I dated the asshole. I dated the jerk. Like with us, we use it for music and like albums. But like I know exactly what songs and who I was fucking with for these songs.
I got a song. I remember dorm like Tom was saying, it's time travel. I remember like dorm room, the chick, and I'll be like, wonder where she is now. You ever do that?
Oh yeah, half my Facebook is just checking in on the old hoes. Like,
Oh damn!
Checking
in on the old
to this day, I know the girl who gave me the best head ever. I look at her page probably once quarterly. And she married.
Man, how much of that shit have you had, man?
No, she just got married. I'm like, hey, of course she got married. That niggas better marry her. She gave the best head that side of the Mississippi. And I've always wanted to run back into her and go, oh my
I'm
God.
ashamed of you right now. You're
No,
married.
you know when somebody did something amazing. Even the era you was in, you're like, that girl is transcendent. She's crossing generations.
Damn.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about songs it goes back to a chick, and he went to, I don't know what song you were talking about, but he went back to the best head that he ever got from a chick.
The dream. It was the dream.
It was
Best
the dream.
head.
The
Wait.
girl get the best head. And I said, I should check in on her. He said, you ever see what happens to him? I'm like, what you mean? I check in on her Facebook
Check in
quarterly.
on the Facebook.
See how she doing. And she just got married. And I was like, of course she just got married. She gave amazing head. Amazing head.
And don't cut this out either.
She know who she is. People know when they give amazing head how their life gonna turn out. I missed back when she was 20, but
Damn. It only got better, huh?
I could only imagine with wisdom and like braces. I guarantee you, she cold as hell now.
You know, have you ever how old are you going?
I'm 35.
Okay, you're 35. Okay, 35. It may not have happened yet, but have you ever, Tone? I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Go. I'm listening. Hold for edit. Go.
A chick that you knew from back in the day, maybe one of your crushes from back in the day, college or young.
I don't have any crushes from back in the day. Any girl I want, I got.
Okay, all of them, they're still around?
Every last girl I ever wanted, I got.
My name is not Tony Rock. My name
I'm kidding. A couple of bitches curved me, but I got curved a couple times. But for the most part, if I really set out to get a girl, like
my name is Joe Fox, and one of the crushes.
What was your question, Joe Fox?
Have you ever had someone from back in the day, you saw them, and it's like, oh, that's such and such from back in the day, but they fell off?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And they come and talk to you.
But then now they're interested.
I don't know if they're interested. I was like, let's cut this conversation.
Easily.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Upper hand is like, oh man, she done.
Primes change,
Fell
baby.
off.
People peak at different
Nah,
times.
I've seen women that I knew from high school that didn't look as good as they did in high school, but it wasn't okay, now I'm ready to talk to you. It was,
This is like, oh my goodness, I was in shock. I was like, man.
No, it was a dude once that I went to junior high school with. That was the man in junior high school. All the girls had a crush on him. Made me hate him and hate the name. I still hate this name to this day. And I saw him one day, and I was in the city. It was like a parade somewhere. It might have been like the Eastern Parkway parade, or it might have been it was some parade I was in New York for. I actually was living here, but I flew home for it. And he's walking down the street, and he was like, "Yo, Tony Rock," and I was like, "What up?" Just thinking of somebody that recognized me.
Right.
Yo, what up? Yo, we went to to school, and I was like, "Oh, that's what's up." And I'm looking, I'm like, "Well, he don't look like he went to school with me." And I sort of face like, "Oh shit." That shit was so rewarding.
Oh man,
it was to see the motherfucker gut out to here, the cul-de-sac head,
cul-de-sac,
the gray beard. I was like,
How you been, man?
That's so and so,
man.
Yeah,
still stuck in his high school days when he peaked.
You peaked in high school, yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't. Like all the people who I knew in high school. Like, and I was a man in high school, but I didn't peak. I was just like I said, I was just always cool.
Yeah.
But I didn't like peak for real. I didn't really peak till my game as far as knowing how to approach women and talk to women. I felt like I was like you at your best in different levels of your life. When I started college, that's when I developed how to really talk to women and use sense of humor, not be nervous. Because
college, you on your own. So
Yeah.
College, you got to really learn who you are. Like, I didn't go to college. For me, my college experience was coming to LA.
Yeah.
I came out here. I had one friend. I literally had one friend that I knew from back east, and he wasn't even living here for much longer after I came. So that was my experience, like going away, being on your own, fully responsible for yourself, for your eating, your sleeping,
Everything.
getting to work, where you
Everything.
gotta go. Like, that was me coming to LA. It was like, oh shit, they just literally dropped me off in LA, and I was like, so I had to figure it out. That was my college experience, like learning who I was, my work
Being an
ethic,
adult,
having to create my own work ethic, because nobody's gonna say, hey, get up and go to work, or nobody's gonna say, yo, you got to be here at this time. So I turned into the man that I am today because of when I came.
And I think with all men, when it comes to women, it's like once you get past the fear of rejection, then you're good to go. You could talk to the fucking vice president of the United States. Once you get past that, she might say no. You good.
Yeah, and I think the older we get, just naturally, that goes away. The fear of rejection.
Mine came in my 20s. Like, it was like 18, 19. I was in college at 18. That's when my fear, I was like, all right, with my crew, hey, we get rejected. And we was the type, if it was a group of girls, we'd try to holler at one, she'd say no. We'd be like, all right, but what about you?
You remember your worst one?
The worst rejection?
Getting shot down? Yeah.
I think
that's
I
so
do.
long.
Wait, go.
I think I do. So every Friday, we was trying to struggle to see what we was gonna wear. And every Friday, for some reason, I always had picked the yellow Coogee sweater. Only one we had out the whole crew of 5.
Y'all shared a Coogee sweater.
We shared the Coogee sweater. And my night was Friday.
Friday night Coogee.
Now, mind you, I ain't thinking nobody noticing that this is the every Friday fit. I tried to talk to one girl. She was like, you wear that sweater every Friday. I ain't trying to talk to you. I was like, God dang, how you know? I was like, how you know, man? And from that day, I just stopped wearing the Coogee sweater.
That ain't that bad.
On
That ain't
Friday.
that bad. You got one?
It depends on what you call rejection.
Like, you just wanted to talk to a girl. You might have said something to her or said, hey, I like her, and it just came back negatively.
I got one.
Go grimy,
Go.
go.
Grimy go, yeah.
I was drunk in Long Beach.
Oh, this should sound like last week.
And
I was drunk
I can't remember
Long
the date,
Beach.
but I remember talking to these girls, and like this badass chick walked in, and I said something funny, and she was like, "Oh shit!" And I was like, "Oh, I'm on, I got her ass." But I had already been at the bar for like 4 hours, and so while I was talking to her, we took shots. She bought me the shots. I'm like, "Oh, I'm in there." We did like the little arm shot thing.
Yeah.
I took mine. She took hers. I just threw up in my hand.
But she didn't reject you, though.
Well, hang on. I tried to.
said, "Hang on."
I tried to like
Coming.
She didn't see that. Anyway, and I was like, "So what you want to do?" And then she's like, "No." And I was like, "No, we just talked for like 2 hours." She's like, and the bouncer came like, "Hey, bro, you gotta go. So you coming with him?" And she's like, "No, I'm not coming with him." I was like, "Okay, so this is the end of our night. Give me your. Can I get your?" I was just walking out trying to get her. She wasn't fucking with it.
She saw you throw up.
She apparently, I didn't think she did. I thought I did it smooth enough. I was like, "This drink is horrible."
I remember now.
It was bad. It was bad.
It was definitely in college. At one of the college parties, one of the slow gut, the full frontal contact, all that stuff. And it's like, hey, can we go back? Let's go back to my room. And then went back to the room, and I thought, okay, this is it. It's happening. It's going down. My bed was not made. And she rejects, like, she's like, I can't do this. She says, no, you're not ready. Your bed's not made. I'm like,
What the fuck?
But you still got in the room.
You
so
had
that
Martha
still ain't no
Stewart in your room,
rejection.
nigga?
yeah, but apparently, I said,
Beautiful
what
mind,
are you
isn't
talking about? He said, we can't. I'm just not comfortable. Like, she was down, but I think it was my bed that was not made.
Wow.
And I said, so it's my bed's not made? That's, we in college. That's what are you talking about?
Right now.
She made it that far, though.
Yeah, she made it that far, and I could not talk her back into it. And I said, all right, that's all right, you know. And I opened the door. I tried to save face and open the door and stood there. So I got to leave because I don't want to do anything. And I'm like, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You know,
That's not that bad.
Yeah, but that's the one thing I can think. But like,
So what was yours? Like, I gotta get what tone is.
That's why.
no, I already left. That's a long ass walk.
That's not that bad. That's not that bad.
What's your what?
Okay, so
So, broke your heart.
listen. I know my boys are watching this right
I
now.
remember the Queen of England or some
My
shit.
boys are watching this right now. They already laughing because they know the story I'm gonna tell. All my dudes that are watching right now are already like, "Yo, Tone's gonna tell that story." Long time ago, junior high school.
Junior high.
Listen, it's a funny fucking story.
right.
It's a funny fucking story. I have not been curved since then. Thank you, God. So keep in mind, y'all know I went to public school in a white neighborhood, and then after that, my parents let me go to junior high in the neighborhood.
Right.
So I say that to say I went from being away from everybody in my neighborhood for 6 years. So when I came to the junior high, all of those kids knew each other. They all went to school from kindergarten to 6th grade.
Right.
So I only knew a certain amount of kids in my neighborhood that were in like a 2-3 block radius of me. Everybody else I didn't know. I was new.
Right. New kid.
So I come in 7th grade. There's a young lady in my class. She is gorgeous. She's probably the most gorgeous woman I saw at the time up until this point. I'm 11, 12. I haven't seen her. But at that point, I was like, this
You know,
girl's
pretty,
probably the
you
finest
know,
girl I ever saw in my life, right?
Yeah.
So we go off for lunch, and I tell my boy, yo, it's this girl in my class. Oh my God, unbelievable! I gotta get her. And he's like, well, where's she? And he sees her like, oh, I know her, right? And it's like, yo, I got you. And he's a grade above me, like 2 grades above me. I got you. So he's an older dude.
Yeah.
I got you, man. I'll hook that up. Yo, listen, after school, meet me right here. I'll tell her my homies interested in her. I'll set it all up. Bet. Come out of school, my stupid little backpack on, waiting for this motherfucker. He come out like, yo, where's she at? I'm like, fucking intern. Fucking intern.
Amber Alert.
Oh my goodness.
That's his wife calling.
Emma
It's
Jane
a fucking
Alert.
grimy alert. Are you hanging out with niggers? Like he said. Yo, look. So I come out of school, end of the day, I'm standing there in the corner with my backpack on. My man D, I said his name, I didn't want to say names, but D walks up. Yo, where's she at? She right there. D walks over, and I'm standing there optimistic. So I'm looking like a super sucker. I'm looking like a super sucker. Like, super sucker. D walks over, hey, what's up? Name. Hey, Derek, what's up? Hey, how you been? How's everything? Like, they chopping it up, she having a conversation. Listen, I got a friend that's really into you. Really? Yeah, he really think you special. He really think you something special. You know, I introduce y'all, you know, maybe something, you know, y'all could, you know, see if you like each other or not. And she's like, okay, I'll meet him. Where is he? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna bring him over. And she looks over his shoulder. He's like, say he's the microphone. She looks over his shoulder, looks dead at me, and goes, I'll meet him. As long as he's not that bald-headed boy right there. And points dead at me. And I'm just like, it's like,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
that bald-headed boy right there. I had a low Caesar.
Yeah.
I'll meet him as long as he's not that bald-headed boy right there. And to this day,
my
to this day, me and my boys still laugh about that.
Yeah. I
Because
would.
that young lady is still on the block, knocked up,
Wow.
kids, baby daddy gone,
Wow.
Tone come through.
Yeah.
What's up, yo? What's good? How y'all doing, yo? Yo, hey, Anthony. Hey, what's up? Yeah. All right, y'all be cool.
Yeah.
That's so satisfying.
I mean, back then, you know, growing up, middle school. I mean,
It's not really a curve. It was too young to be like
you
curved.
because I got curved
like
a
somebody
whole
didn't
lot
like
of.
me.
I got curved so many damn times. Like, you know, in them grades, it was just, you know, I was skinny, big head, big nose, big lips. I mean,
My last name
everybody.
was Rock. I was Rock Head, Big Rock,
Yeah,
Head Rock,
yeah, so-
Bed Rock, all that shit.
It wasn't until I got my braids in my hair, which was going into my 6th grade year, or I think my 6th grade or my 7th grade year. That's when all the hoes was coming. Yeah.
Yo, where we at, Fox? Where you at? What gigs you got coming up? Social media, all that good stuff.
See, we're back on the road. We go to Toledo, Ohio, the Funny Bone. You can find me online, Joe Feezy, JoeFeezie. and I booked a commercial that shoots
Hey.
2 weeks. So, yeah.
LA? Shooting in LA?
I believe, yeah, somewhere around.
Nice. Grimy, where you at? What you doing?
Austin, February 28th at Cap City Comedy Club. Seattle, Rendezvous Theater in March 30th.
Social media.
Mr. Tan Panda.
Yeah. Well, being so this airing when it's gonna air, I had a good time at the Laugh Factory.
Yeah, I gotta go to the store. I gotta spot.
Yeah, on the 18th. That show was crazy. And we got I think our next show is going to be Charlotte.
Okay.
That's the next time we on the road. Yeah.
All right, who you love, man? This is Valentine's Day edition. Say tell somebody you love.
Emma Jean.
Imogene?
Oh, look, she's shutting down our girls.
Oh, okay.
I said who you love. You could have said anybody.
Oh, Emma Jean.
You don't live with kids?
Oh, I love my kids too, yeah.
Fox Boogie.
Shout out to my nephew, Colin Fox.
Hey, shout out to my baby. She know who she is.
Ah!
You know what I mean?
Foxy Brown, my angel. She knows who she is.
my baby. You know, we're gonna have a good time in Vegas. And I love you, Bryce. You know what I mean? And to my mother, I love you. And to my sister, rest in peace. I love you too. I call you every Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? To show you love, man. So those are all my hearts.
Nice. Andy Rock, I love you. Madison, Uncle Tony loves you very much. Charleston, I love you. To Neptune and back, you know that. Everybody that's in love with somebody, make sure you let them know. Everybody that has somebody in their lives that they love, make sure you let them know as well. It's very important to share those feelings and those emotions with your family and your friends. So it's a day of love, and make sure you show love and be receptive to receiving love. And this is live from the green room. You know who I am. I'm working. I'm on a cruise, leaving Friday from Fort Lauderdale. So I'll be on cruise ship from Saturday to Saturday. I won't be on the podcast next weekend. These guys are going to hold it down for me.
Yes,
and
sir.
I will see you guys in 2 weeks. If you tune into the podcast and you like it and you subscribed it and you watch weekly, then I love you too.
Yeah.
It's all love. Peace.